Alright, so basically y'all left off with after being prompted by the vision, Beur let y'all know what's about to go down when you walk into this room, which turned the battle in y'all's favor, though you didn't know it turned the battle in y'all's favor. Beur does go down, if I remember right? Or did you barely make it?
Hmm?
Did you go down in that fight?
Like a sack of potatoes.
So I'm going to say you went down again.
And the second one, yeah.
And then gets killed. You guys loot, find a lot of gold, find a couple items, get the item, the tapestry that Fixer's looking for. You guys sell back, make it back in town, where you guys spend the day doing some stuff. That's the note that you find from where you go to talk to Chloe. And we'll leave off. If there's anything you guys wanted to do the rest of that day, let me know. But then we're going to leave off at night and starting the next day type situation. So, yay, nay, probably say.
This is day one of us being back from the grand adventure.
Yeah, this is the day you returned.
So it would just be the shopping for Oliver.
Okay.
And then going back to the Reprieve.
Okay. You good?
Yeah, I mean,
You went
Russell
with
would
him.
pretty quickly realize that, like, oh yeah, he's waiting outside for him because he went with him to help.
Arlen?
Does Yartar have a base?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they're made of iron. With my weapons, I think. No, iron banks.
Why the fuck would I know?
Sorry, I'm just looking at you.
Exactly.
Banks have not been asked about, and I haven't really thought about it, but yes, there are banks.
Okay. I'm probably just gonna go to the bank so that if, I die or am robbed, it's not as catastrophic.
Okay. We'll say, just to make things convenient for the future, they do give you a little small tablet, like a credit card, where when you want to spend money at places, it will deduct it.
Interest
It will send how much money to go back to that place, only at places where it is accepted.
Yartar MasterCard. It's like,
The Yartar Express.
wow.
But if you want to go that route, now with that, it is only Yartar. So if you want to go travel,
They're a roaming charge.
Well, and
Dude,
the
so
thing is,
we're
are you
gonna-
going to put it into like a 3% yield CD? Or...
Yeah.
No, I'm
You
thinking
guys have
credit
high yield
union.
savings? Are there,
no, there's no saving account or anything like that.
do we have sign-on bonuses?
No.
Direct deposit,
If we refer a friend.
500 gold first time around, and
Well, I mean, maybe direct deposit if you employer, but you're seeing it happen. So,
what about when we're self-employed?
well, we're not going into that.
I was going to say, if you put enough in there, do you get a toaster or something?
All right, Rooney, you want anything?
No.
Okay. Wait, did you want anything else? Was that it?
I haven't,
Kinda went off on a
no, I
tangent.
haven't decided.
Adrian probably would have gone with Oliver, so they could talk about their escape room.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Good.
Just thinking about the post-campaign.
Well, but she's like thinking, because like you could. So her idea is that they make a room or they get a building filled with like puzzles, like the ones we encountered, and then if you make it out, then you get to go to like the main bar where there'd be like entertainment and stuff.
You die.
Well, okay, so here's the thing.
If you don't,
As you
the
explain this
best
to
spell is
Oliver,
talk with you outside.
if you name what you need to help make this happen, even if it's not for actually making it happen, you just want to get money from Oliver, he will give it to you. He's very enthused.
No, she'll be like walking and talking with Oliver about like all the things that they could do, and like who they could to invest into it. Yartar needs more fun things to do. And I think that would be a really good idea.
Well, I'm pretty sure we can get everyone on board at the Reprieve.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, everyone. I think we had a pretty good time in there,
That's one way to put it.
except for the real scary room.
Yeah, whatever the
Yeah.
turtle with like a million mouths or something.
Mhm.
Yeah, the thing was gross. Yeah, I think it'd
He
be a
just
good
wanted
idea.
to hug you.
Hey, James.
And then it's like, imagine like you make your way out of the maze and then you get to like a nice bar. Like the Velvet Room.
Yeah, we could have it like a. Well, isn't there like a building next door
From us?
from the Velvet Room? Yeah.
Well, we don't want to be neighbors with our competition.
No, I'm saying we. Do you not think they would be into the idea?
They would, but also the Velvet Room can be a front for,
Crime?
yeah. Let's play it straight. Because if people are being robbed, they're not going to want to come back.
How cool would this be? Next to the Reprieve, because it's in a kind of neat tower. A bar in a tower would be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So we just gotta build something that attaches to the Reprieve.
Maybe. We'll think
Or-
about it.
Or, hear me out, we find a way to get into the catacombs again.
I already tried that recently, and there's silent alarms all over the place.
That makes sense. But you know, we're gonna have to employ some people that know magic, like the enchanting kind. So maybe we can get in the good graces of the mages.
And think that we're going to see all the mages.
You say
Oh my
Good,
God,
like I would say
What's
good.
the network for investors?
So, yeah, we'll think about it. There's still plenty of adventure to be had before it, but
I'll start writing down ideas.
that's good.
And I hate writing.
We'll give you something to do.
I made a mistake.
I think I did too, but go ahead.
You two want in on this escape room?
Similar, but not quite. I want to have my friends, whoever's willing, finish off 9 pairs so I can plant the rest of the seeds.
You can just put the whole thing.
So I don't want to waste it. By just putting all the benefits in the
He wants his cake and to eat it too.
yeah.
I mean, if you end up asking Oliver, is he hungry and would he eat a pear when he gets back to the Reprieve, the answer would be yes.
Now, does it override your previous pair, or do pair benefits stack?
I don't know. I'll leave it there.
Would you have a pair of abilities?
I'm probably.
I mean, Russell will be willing to override his in the name of science.
I'm not overriding mine.
The
I
only
have
one
life
that should-
grenades.
Yeah, a greater restoration.
Also, you're on level. I mean, for Russell.
8.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Okay. Awesome.
So what y'all do? I just had to go back to the rules.
Would everyone enjoy a pair?
Yeah?
Sure.
Wonderful.
What?
Yes.
Where'd you get these from?
We got them on our trip north.
Yep.
Yep.
I remember. Oliver eats a pear.
I need the seeds. Don't eat those.
Do you currently have an ability?
Like, how do you mean?
Do you currently have under the effect of
Of
a
a pear?
charm from the pair?
No.
Okay. Roll me a d20.
Makes a giant. It makes a giant out of them, so it's just normal size.
Oh, if I got the same thing, Russell got it'd be over.
It's too
19.
powerful.
19. Everybody loves this one.
Got
You
to grow
can
an
do
arm out of my head.
Fairy Fire. Save DC 15, but as a bonus action. So can only be used 3 times.
Ever?
4 advantages, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the effects wear off.
I believe.
Okay. Are you already under the effect?
I have the fairy fire effect.
Okay. You still have the fairy fire effect, and you do not gain any bonuses.
Okay.
Did it
If you
work?
have one, might not be a point in needing one right now. Maybe I will just plant the whole thing. Does anyone not have an effect?
I don't.
You don't?
You just create it. Just kind of wring it out over her head and just like let it kind of grow up there. Oh. 2 years later, there's a little sapling growing out of the top of it.
I might do that actually. I think I'm gonna do that. I have 2 of my own. I'll use one of my own.
I rolled a d20. Oh.
Wait, so just so I'm picturing this correctly,
Yeah.
we're in there and we see Arlen just kind of part the dirt in their head.
You hear garbage just falling.
No. We get a pot. We put some dirt in it. You know how you plant?
No.
You know how you plant pears?
I mean,
And you stick them in the ground.
You like smash them in the dirt and like mix it up like a cake pop batter. Oh. And then
So, are you literally going to be a pothead?
yes.
Oh, I was wondering why you were smiling so good. There it is.
I love it.
The rest of them I'm going to go plant with the other pairs.
See, now I'm more inclined to let this happen for the. It's like give you an infinite source of charms, man. But go ahead.
Oh no, this is for the brewery. We're making
it.
pear wine.
What you got?
4.
All right.
And that would definitely bring people in for the escape game, the exclusive pear wine.
You
Ooh, yeah.
are feeling extra snarky. This charm allows you to cast the Vicious Mockery cantrip, the 5th level version, so it's 2d whatever it is. I think it's 2d4. And it can be used 3 times for advantage.
I'm sorry, can you say that last part again?
You can use this 3 times for advantages from you.
Oh.
If I remember right, that's 2d4. The target you use it against has disadvantage. And the spell safety DC is 15. I forgot if it's Wisdom, Charisma, so I want to look that up. But it's not good. Oh, I'm sorry. It's 1d8. So at level 5, it's 2d8. God, I'm an idiot. I lied. I looked at the wrong thing. I was right the first time. It's a d4.
Okay.
And it's a Wisdom saving throw.
So it's 2d4?
2d4 Wisdom saving throw.
You writing pen?
Yes.
2d4 to 1d8.
Yeah. Psychic damage.
Yes, that was.
BC 15.
Brian on fire.
And then the last thing's spending 8 hours to cast plant growth on that area.
Okay, so we're halfway through the day. So, I mean, if you want to use the night to do that.
Yeah.
In the night.
Well,
Or you can just wait for the next time. You can
yeah. Well, I'll let it sit till tomorrow.
Okay. Anything else? Any other?
It's gonna
Oh.
happen.
Rooney,
Yes.
I have this Kraken skin. Would you
Yes, we do.
would you be willing to fashion me a cloak?
I can put you in the queue. What kind of cloak would you like?
I don't know. I'll think about
Like
it.
a fashionable one or a functional one?
I am not overly concerned with fashion.
Fair enough. You want a face on it?
I don't have a face.
More the better, right?
It's just Arlen's thing.
Everyone else only has one face.
I can make
I
a
think
couple
some
of
of us are a
things.
little two-faced.
That's a joke.
Yes.
Oh, that was a joke? Caw, caw, caw.
Put juvenile Kraken skin as the mode, so I can go back and remember exactly where we got it from. She's Arlen is now wearing the skin of babies.
A singular baby that tried to kill us.
It's really
Cool thing. Anything else? Okay. Somehow the music stopped.
Sorry, I don't mean to say no and then take 5 minutes on you.
Alrighty. So, Beur,
What's up?
you're asleep or doing whatever you do during your restful hours.
He has a routine.
Mm-hmm.
He must lick all of his possessions at least once before bed.
So, you have either a waking dream or a dream. I don't know, like I said, we've talked a little bit about in the past, sleeping or not. But,
Yeah, I sleep. I just don't know it
okay, so,
because I'm
Under the green.
in,
that's Beur. I didn't.
well, in your dreams,
Shit.
you start having flashes of images. Okay? Some of these are just brief moments of seeing. They're kind of confusing. Some of them you're only seeing parts of it, like you're hyper focused on parts and you can't see the rest of it. The first part of the dream is you start seeing a symbol. That symbol looks like that.
All right, are you gonna let me have that so I can have it later? Just the photo, I'm saying.
I'll think about it.
Okay. I don't know. Do you want me to draw it?
No, I'm just trying to figure out how to get it to you.
That's fine.
But yes. The next part, it kind of shifts into a dragon that's made of shadows in a storm. Next, you see Russell curled up on the ground.
Aw.
Next, you see a group of 7 people, but they kind of flash by one at a time. One is an older-looking human with a very stern look on his face. One is a Goliath with tribal tattoos. You recognize him from your battle with Matthias. Next, you see Grigori. Then you see a little gnome with little trinkets and stuff that you can assume to be Sinclair. A gold female dragonborn. A high elf wearing a cloak. And then a dwarf with a long gray beard. You associate a sense of betrayal with one of them, but you don't know which one it was. That makes sense. You hear conversations of a deal being discussed. This is separate. You now move past that image and into another portion of the dream, where you hear conversations of a deal being discussed. And then you move to another vision of Rooney losing a fight in melee. And then it shifts to someone saying, "It's beautiful, isn't it?" As Rook is, not Rook, sorry, as Arlen is standing at the edge of a carnage. A blinding white light. You're kneeling in front of a house with a feeling of grief and loss, staring at the house. You hear the end of a sentence, kind of, it's all fuzzy beforehand. Someone saying the words, "look like," and you're standing in a room made of, like, it's completely white, and it's hard to interpret what's going on around you. And then a feeling of purpose.
Okay. Is this all in the same evening or over the course of some time?
This is like, so these are like rapid fire.
Okay,
That's
cool.
why it's kind of hard for you, and sometimes they're mixed and stuff. But those are the things that you're pulling from these visions.
Got it.
You can ask him. He might know.
What you got?
Trust him.
You should.
Who's that last person?
Who?
Up to 7.
Graybeard.
Dwarf with long gray beard.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
I did not know that Sinclair was unknown.
Well, Sinclair's nephew is not a gnome.
Got it. Okay.
Because as a gentle reminder, it's a magocracy, so that like a noble family, people adopt people with power. And since he showed like this tinkering ability, Sinclair Senior liked him.
Is Gregory trying to be my father?
I think you're trying to be a son.
I
Don't say that
mean,
so fucking loud. He's Bruni's name.
Oh my god, man.
oh,
Did you see that from Dropout this week?
No.
That's what I thought that was pulling from. Oh goodness, Fantasy High season 3, just to keep the name out of your mouth.
Little Will Smith.
okay.
I think I say Lou Wilson. I'm like, yeah, he's on that show. Just keep going further.
Which
The night goes smoothly outside of those dreams. They feel significant, and they feel like it feels very similar to the one you had in the Feywild. Like this feels more than a dream. if that
Oh
makes sense.
yeah. So this is actually somewhat of a vision, becoming an oracle.
Alright. You wake up the next day. I'm assuming you saw plantings and pears.
I'm gonna go start drawing in the dirt. Yeah.
Okay.
Sigils on the ground.
That are oddly shaped, like what I just put up. Nah. Oh, I still have that. Shoot. Anybody want to do anything?
How long do we have before day 1 of Accords?
We are within a handful of days. 5-ish.
Russell will wake up early, out the window down the side, and then off without saying anything, to go to Decker's and try to break in and see if he can find out anything about where she is or where she is.
Okay.
Where's where you going?
No, don't do that. Russell.
You hear, just as you wake from your dreams,
Oh. Alright. I'm assuming you want to be unseen, so roll me a check.
Got advantage. That would be a 19.
Okay.
Anybody attempting to perceive me has disadvantage.
Are you doing it before light?
Well, with the cloak, it doesn't matter.
Oh, I thought the cloak gave you advantage in that.
No. Cloak gives me advantage, and anybody attempting to perceive me has disadvantage as long as my hood is up, which it always is. Unless otherwise specified.
Okay. Alright, so you make it to Jekka's place unaccosted. You know your way through the streets easy enough. So, how do you do this?
What floor is it on?
She just has a nice little house.
Oh. Then I'll try to go in through a back window.
Okay. Go ahead. You just check. You saying you want to check, or you
Yeah.
you doing it?
No, he's checking.
Check. Oh, just
To see if it's locked.
Yeah, it's locked. This is a detective. Yeah,
Yeah.
she don't trust people.
He'll check every obvious entrance to see if any of them are unlocked. Probably not.
Correct.
Alright, back window, he'll try to break in.
So break or
Quietly.
try to
Try to
unlock it.
quietly break in.
Okay, so let's do a sleight of hand then.
That'd be 21.
You are successful.
And he is looking for any sign of where she is, where she may have gone. He doesn't necessarily know she's just dipped out of town.
Mhm.
So I'm certain Beur did not disclose that.
Okay.
So any kind of note, just any sort of indication. He's checking papers, he's checking drawers. He is making sure he puts things back as they were as he's going.
Okay. Do me an investigation check.
That's fair. But damn it. 18.
Okay. It's a very clean, neat place. It's kept clean. There's no indication of left in a hurry. It's not like there's old food laying around or anything like that. If they've left methodically. You never really seen the inside of the house, so you don't know like how many clothes she has or anything like that to know if she's taking in a lot. So it's kind of hard to establish that. You find a couple of loaded crossbows hidden away, ready to go. Yeah, I mean, it's not like a written letter or anything saying where she intends to go. You can assume that if there was one, it might have been what he got underneath the thing. So
Which he didn't see get. So.
I thought she went with
Oh wait, he was watching. So I assumed he'd gone like into a hallway and was in an apartment. So.
No, it was actually he knocked at the door and he noticed
Okay.
the doormat was askew and he.
So he did see him get in. Correct. Any idea of what it might have said? Okay.
But there's definitely no signs of running. There's no signs of like necessarily hurry. If that makes sense.
He'll go into the master bedroom, cast rope trick, and go up into it, and then pull. Just waiting.
Alright. Anybody else want to do anything?
We're in the morning hours. Alder would get up and see what all's up.
Right.
Disregard the rope trick part. He's gonna go back to the reprieve. For some reason, I thought it was 8 hours. It's only an hour. So,
Just hold on when someone walks in.
like, if you can sit there and wait for 8 hours for her to maybe come back, but for an hour, if she's not there, like it's
She's probably
small
at
window.
work.
Yeah, it's a small window. So, and
So-
then he relocks the window and.
Yeah. Okay. So you see, he's gone at least for now. Maybe depending on how long you stick around, you might see him coming back. He's outside, drawn on the ground. I don't know if these two have left yet. We'll get to that, but
No, I would be up in the reprieve, sipping on some coffee, having my morning pipe. It's in the shape of another owl for Superb to fly around with.
Morning.
Morning.
What are you gonna be doing today?
Well, thinking about these courts. You up to?
I may go for a walk and then maybe check in with Fort Hill. Then I don't know. Do you need me running the errands?
Mind if I ask you a question?
Yep.
You do mind?
Nope. What? Huh?
that's how you break all.
How, from what you've seen so far, how skilled is Rooney with the blade? Russell opens a bag of chips.
Oh, hey, but
I don't think he's got a skill where he can make it come and go out of thin air.
I'm talking about combat prowess.
He's in,
Do you think he could hold himself up against you or me?
I mean, he doesn't like getting hit.
That's not what I said.
I mean, that's what you're asking.
That's true. I am asking, does he like to be hit or not? If you had any pointers for him,
Huh?
what would they be?
Practice.
Let's say you had to get really good at something or watch out for one particular thing that he might not be super good at right now that you've seen based on all of your combat training. I know it's early. Have some coffee.
I'm not supposed to drink that.
Is it like the red sauce from the Chinese place? I'm gonna not let you have it no more.
I could see that too.
So you're wanting me to think about one piece of advice I could give for Rooney in a fight when he's using that sword?
Yep.
I haven't seen him use it all that much, but that little gray man poof that he makes,
Yeah, his friend, yeah.
if he could use that to feint, he could probably land a pretty significant blow.
Okay. Good call. Thank you.
Also invest in a shield,
Rooney uses a shield.
better shield.
Practice using said shield because you're never in fight.
Touche, salesman.
But I mean, I don't know why he would necessarily. He's really good with that the smelly magic that he uses. That dart that flies out and then like hits and then it smells usually like pretty good.
That baking, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
You looking at picking the fight with Rooney? Yeah, you're gonna sit down.
No, but I want to make sure. Sorry, I just leaked.
You hear about that outback singing plants.
But if somebody does, I would like to. I would like to know that he'll make it.
Why so dire this morning?
Do you recall our bout in the Feywild?
With the turtle with never-ending mouths, yes.
If you think it looks like a turtle, I guess it looks like something much different close up.
It kind of like a real weird stretched out frog salamander
Yeah,
with lots of
something.
mouths kind of turtle.
Bless you.
But he can turn into that mist too, and then like reappear
Bless you.
farther away.
I am aware of that, and that's a great plan, but you can't run forever.
So I guess
You can't do
you
that.
saw something?
Maybe. I honestly don't know, because what I saw
Mm-hmm.
the last time didn't happen.
Well, no, because you told us that it didn't happen.
Correct, so I'm trying to do the same thing here.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't we just go tell Rooney? Is somebody out to get him?
The thing is,
There's that white demon thing.
this, yeah, that when we first found it.
Yeah.
One thing we have to remember is, let's say I'm making a prediction in some kind of oracle type way, or divining something. One thing you really don't want to do is make something happen by going the opposite direction.
Dax walks up.
Oh my god! It's like,
Yeah, like
Rooney's
you know,
dead.
I was too slow.
for instance, you know, y'all train him to sword fight, so he feels more comfortable with a sword fight, and then he dies because he's fighting with a sword.
Well, remember, he has like a freaking 18 intelligence or something like that. Remember, that dude's like, that is one handsome half orc. Like,
You're
hey.
talking about Rooney, I think. No, he doesn't.
I don't think Rooney's a tough kid. He can look out for himself. But,
I'm not doubting that.
well,
You understand, in the next week, things are going to change drastically?
Why?
And then you shrug like it's nothing.
I mean, it's not going to be too drastic.
Your boss. Your old one. The thing we talked about.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
Right under your
Yes.
proverbial nose.
Wow.
Is it proverbial? She has a literal nose.
No, because I'm thinking of Chris Molasante's nose
No, Jesus.
Person I should know.
from
Sopranos.
Sopranos. Chris
Oh,
Molasante. Right under your non-proverbial nose.
No, it is still proverbial.
It is still proverbial nose?
Yes, proverbial refers to the act of saying a proverb. So, like, right under your nose is like a. Is a prop. It's a saying. It's a proverb.
So I'm right.
Yes.
Thank you. Perfect.
Interesting.
Ah,
Spell my headcanon that you're wrong.
thank goodness it's on tape. Ah.
No, we can edit that.
It's like, you come in, just come in.
Why did you just skip?
Immediately. I love that so much. Thank you.
Well, I suppose now wouldn't be the time to act on it.
Why not?
Well, I'm sure things take time, and we don't have a lot of it.
I'll have time today. Is it something I can handle?
I don't think so.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
So,
Well, I'm gonna go for my walk.
Do we know any gold dragonborns? Dragonborns?
Roll a history check.
Is there any at Mage College? Like,
No,
any-
it's got you.
nice.
Because Russell's not here.
A
I
22.
haven't heard him.
Do you
speak very
know
much.
of a lot of the Mage College?
Oliver knows them visually because he knows to spot them and that he doesn't always like them.
Okay,
Doesn't
well,
always. Never.
there is a gold dragonborn on the Council of Mages.
It's on the council of mages
Okay.
who we're going to be meeting.
My port tent is a 10 and a 15.
So is the gold dragon mage after Rooney?
I don't think that they're after them. So that's a juxtaposition. So that comment versus what Rooney is. Last night, this is my third cup here. I'm just trying to keep it together.
So,
Yeah.
roll me an insight.
Me?
Nah, your passive's good enough for this. You saw 7 people. You know there's 7 people on the Mage Council, and you know of at least 3 of them in the vision. Now, with him saying that, she saying that there's 4 of them in the vision, you can pretty much assume each one of those was probably a different person on the Mage Council.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Well, perfect. I need to do. Okay, Grigori. He's on the Mage Council, right?
Guess so. Like,
I think he said he
dead
is
things.
before. You may not have been there. Okay.
The second one you saw, the Goliath, was the one that dropped from the sky in the form of a bear and
Gotcha.
died in the fight with Matthias and got brought back by Fort Hill.
Russell will be walking back up with a little bag of popcorn and shrimp. Shove him in his mouth, and he'll walk around back and see Rooney working in the dirt, and just kind of stand near him, just eating the shrimp.
You step back a second. Your foot's in the way of this room.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Pears?
Bears?
Pears?
Yes.
Can I help?
I mean, right now I'm mostly putting some sigils in for the spell, but you can sing to them. Plants like that, I hear.
Thought it just told.
He starts perfectly mimicking a beautiful bard song, which I won't.
Thanks, that was getting exhausting.
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Deedly dee.
Oh. Any more of the conversation?
What do you think it would mean if one of those mages was, you know,
Undead? Living here?
stricken,
Stricken?
afflicted? Maybe it's a better word here.
I don't know.
You think one of them is sick?
Maybe. This is a weird disease, though. It like grabs you and won't let go.
I mean, I suppose. I mean, if he is a mage and a lawmaker, or they, we wouldn't know about it.
You could look into it.
Sure.
Mhm. Oh, and the thing you want to work on? Only takes a day. At first.
It's still a pretty big leap. That could be completely wrong.
Yeah, you could be.
Because they could be on the complete opposite side of the world in this day and time, and I would never know. So,
I feel like there's multiple conversations happening. That's just. I'm just gonna go
you
back
like
to
to
the.
speak in code. You work with them. You know this.
I'm just gonna go back to the front desk. When you're ready, some things while you were gone.
Oh, well, yeah, let's discuss that then. I apologize. I'm just here rambling after a long evening.
Yeah, the guard is asking for us to investigate murder of a couple people.
The preamble to the Accords is murder.
Murder, murder, murder.
Okay. Do they... What details do you have for me there, bud? I'm not falling for this fucking trap again. Give me all the info if you want it done, mages.
The one is a guard of the gate, the north gate.
Oh, it's not Darden, though. He's already dead.
Now
I
you
like
gotta kill
Jordan.
him.
Jordan was
serve
good.
them right.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You killed him.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to kill him.
Yeah.
Because he was possessed.
The other one is a suicide.
I'll be the judge for that.
Well, they're thinking it's murder, but it appears to be a suicide of an abjuration wizard.
I guess the abjuration wizard didn't do his ability and get his bubble.
Or it could be just whatever hit him had poison DC and sneak attack. Did 72 damage.
You want me to go investigate the wizard? You can divide and conquer if you want.
Actually, no. I mean, if Oliver's gonna go on his walk, you can help me with this if you don't mind.
Sure.
No.
They said swing by the guardhouse. I forgot what it's called, but barracks. Thank you. To pick up some more information. They only gave me brief, notes. They wouldn't give me the whole thing.
That seems highly inefficient. But what else is new? How long is your walk gonna be?
Huh?
How long is your walk gonna be?
I forget that's Dak saying it, not Isaac the DM just saying.
That was Isaac the DM.
Oh.
I mean, I was gonna just kind of go walk around the wide and then over past the barracks and just. I don't even know if they'll let me in anymore, but I was just gonna see. And then I was gonna go visit the ladies' hall and then probably walk back.
Okay. Well, we have to go by the barracks to pick up some information on this new case that we've been asked to look
I mean,
into.
I can walk there first and then go do the loop around the wide on my way back.
Okay. Anyone seen it, Roland?
Arlen!
Just in line at the bank.
You're like Amy Santiago. You're late to work. Like, what happened? Stuck in line at the bank. Damn.
I think Arlen got up before everybody and went to spy on Felix's house.
Okay. Oh, you worried about being seen?
Yeah.
Okay, want me to stop cheating?
Four.
I'll roll on the off chance,
a
but
masquerade mask just held up.
I'm here to observe.
Classic Arlen spine.
this is the second time that's happened.
Yes.
Just a posting outside.
I'm a lamppost.
You just
Oh, here, I'll
Stuck in a
do.
T-pose.
I'll give myself enhance ability.
just standing in front of a column, hoping to look like the column, not considering to go behind the column.
Grandma's boy.
What they see?
9.
Better.
Okay.
Your ability's been enhanced.
What's amazing about that is
You got better the last time. There's no way they've seen you.
like you roll better with advantage, and technically or statistically that's a +5, and that's exactly what you rolled. I love it.
Right, so you are standing somewhere fairly obvious to everyone else but you, watching the house.
If anybody if anybody important goes in or out, I might follow them.
Okay, define what you mean by important.
Like, not obviously servants, but if that butler guy goes somewhere, or I don't know if Felix is married. If
Yeah,
someone,
you got the idea that he's from the parties and stuff, that he's definitely living the single life.
okay, someone who is obviously like part of the household and not the stable boy.
Gotcha. With it being that early in the morning, nobody actually leaves the compound. They do. You see servants out and about, like they're cleaning, doing chores and stuff, but no one leaves. How long do you stay there?
I think after, you know how people like have breakfast and then maybe like do some stuff and then start their day, go to work, go grocery shopping, whatever. No. I'll
Okay,
wait until obviously.
the town starts picking up a little bit, and people start. Okay.
If someone was gonna leave, they would have by now.
Yeah. So you do see at this point, you do see a couple of servants go out and leave. One of them with a cart. You're probably assuming to get some sort of supplies or something for the place. You see a gnome in a fancy clothing, wearing fancy goggles, leave and start heading north. So that way. You don't see the younger Sinclair.
Do I know who that name is?
Roll me a history.
16.
Yeah, I would say since you were in there for so long, you know that's probably Simon, which is the puts on the senior council.
the uncle.
Yes, the uncle.
Garfunkel.
I will.
No more puns for the rest of the thing.
Knowing this is probably gonna be a disaster,
Okay.
I'm gonna follow him.
Okay.
I'm gonna do my best to not be noticed, but
I'll let you re-roll the stealth check. This will be at a straight because you were noticed leaving, but whether or not he cares or is actually checking back to see if you're coming. So it's like someone in wide open trying to make a stealth check, right? Normally a disadvantage, but you've enhanced your ability.
Okay. 10.
10.
I
Okay.
thought it was the other one. And I was like, yeah, fine.
All right. Cheers.
No, I'm having a bad
Ba, 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 ba. Alright, it's taking too long to load. I'm gonna say part way through the walk, not very far. You see him let's say about 100 feet down the road. You see him go into an alley and he pulls out what looks like to us would be like a bicycle, and then he starts riding it, but it starts to go up into the air and he starts to fly north.
Is this a velocipede?
I was taking inspiration from Hagrid's bike that can fly, but I don't know what that is.
The velocipede is a big wheel on the front, small one on the back.
No, not like the
known.
like
It-
out of the city.
No, he's flying north. With your perception's fairly high, right? You see him tracking towards up here. This is where the senior council and stuff meet. Is this building, and that's the high church. This is like the Capitol building.
They're probably not gonna.
You're interesting.
Purpose and confidence.
She carried football.
No, I got none of those things.
Just
I mean, you have the confidence that comes with ignorance.
well, you also can just tell them
That's true.
how much is going to cost me. And then you pull out your new Fandangle credit card.
Let's just hope you don't run into the aid that Oliver ran into.
You take.
Okay. I think I just assume that he's going to work. I'll swing back by there and then I'll.
Okay, so you're going up to here?
No,
Sorry, you said swing by there, so I'm confused what you mean.
oh, sorry. Back by the house.
By Felix's
By
house.
Felix's house.
Oh, got you. Okay, I was like... Alright,
Yeah.
so you make it back at Felix's house?
Yeah, and I'm not gonna stay there. I'm just gonna linger for a second and then go back.
Cool beans. Do you want to do your thing?
Oh, he's now tagging along with them to the barracks first.
Okay.
Before we leave, we head out to Rooney and Russell.
I don't want to set the world
Oh, God.
on
That's
fire. I just want to start a flame in your heart.
I think that one likes it.
In my life, I have but anybody can stop
What
at
are
any
you
time.
guys doing?
We're going!
Oh, inspiration. But,
I'm already maxed out on inspiration.
oh. I don't want to start the wood on fire with
There's
what's
been
inside of
a
you.
murder. 2, possibly.
If you have time, we have a jump. If you don't, we can catch up later.
That's okay. I can do this anytime. I'll come back to it.
All right. Give you all the skinny. A guard at the gate was potentially slain, and a potential suicide of an abjuration wizard. But there may be some suspected foul play.
Oh, and at some point, me and you, we need a spar.
Why? Just to test your metal.
We never properly initiated you.
Well,
I had to go through it, kid. It's fine.
you swing the sword.
Blood in, blood
And
out.
I just don't want you to cut yourself on accident.
Okay.
I won't hit that hard. I promise. I was good at teaching you how to wear the armor, right? Yeah, see?
Russell goes running around in his half plate.
Wear
You don't
armor.
hear a single tink, tink, tink. Jesus. Silent.
Well, I can't do that, but I can still wear it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm. It's not hard to wear armor.
Okay.
Yeah, you just put it on.
As long as we're on the same page.
It's hard to be fucking quiet in it.
Russell,
Yes.
where did you hear that from? It's hard to be quiet in it.
Me.
Oh.
I'm not talking.
It's just his voice singing to him.
It's hard to be fucking quiet in it.
That's from the coaching sessions on the boat.
Do we have
Amazing.
any way to get a hold of Arlen?
Yes. What do we want to tell?
All
wouldn't
of
have
us. Hey, where you at? We're at the Reprieve. We're getting ready to
The barracks.
Head to the
meeting
barracks.
Yeah, we're meeting at the barracks first.
murders.
You've got 7 words left. Okay, 6 words left.
So hopefully you can make it there by the time we are.
Hopefully you can make it is where you go.
Wait, we're doing motives. Hopefully you make it.
Right now, wait.
It sounds like we're committing murders. That's what we're doing.
We're going to the barracks. We got some murders.
Hopefully you're not one of them.
Hopefully you can make it. And sprinkle in like 6 or 7 hums.
In between, you, like an you hear Oliver get it back.
He hands it back.
Good job.
Thanks.
I had like a whole week of practice.
True.
And it shows.
I have transcripts.
Hold on.
On my way, aren't guards not supposed to murder?
Y'all see the confused look on all of his
Up
face.
where you can't reach it.
That won't work.
I'm gonna fly up 10 feet.
It drops his face.
They're on their way.
Well, send it.
It's
back to you. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Oh,
it's
I thought it
once
was
per day.
helmet.
Right?
Well, now you can.
Yeah, so he literally just flies.
Well, it's only
I
one.
thought
guy.
it was
It's
perfect
only one.
pain to me.
But either way.
Right.
Oh, so I can do it. Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
But since you cast a spell, the spell is active through him, his helmet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, Oliver gets a visibly confused look on his face.
Not gonna.
Wait, did we do the murder?
We very well may by the end of this, Oliver.
I guess if that's what we're doing, do I need a weapon?
or shovel.
What's happening? You have that inquisitive look on your face.
Did you tell her that we committed the murders?
No. Did I?
Is this the response back? No. Did I?
Will run.
Oh, okay.
Well,
That's
okay.
They'll meet us there. They'll meet us there.
Okay. Oh my god. Well, I guess we better hurry then.
Because it is only once per day, right?
This is the carnage you saw. Harlan gets there first and starts murdering guards.
Spirit guardian, guardian fade. It's just like
Someone just like, well, this is a beautiful sight.
You know, when you have those dialogue voices in the game and you pick the wrong one.
Arlen will run to get to the
I
barracks.
think we need to make haste.
And just wait. Well, I'm wearing all of my disguises, so I'm just a pile of rags.
Like I said, that's terrifying. It's like a 6.5 foot tall pile of rags with an emoji blank face.
Hi. Well, the only one that could possibly beat you is Russell if he chooses to go that extra mile.
Now he's sticking with the group. And everybody notices it's significantly harder to keep track of where the fuck he is.
Hey, Russell, what's going on here? I already thought it was hard to see you. You keep ducking, dodging, dipping. Is that a new cloak?
Hey, what are those symbols on that ball chain thing? The flail?
What?
It looks cool.
What's that?
No.
At first, I thought you were trying to give him a bad look, but no.
Are they any particular like, deity inscriptions or anything like that?
They're not associated with a particular deity, but they are very, like sayings that you would expect something of that a religious person would say.
Is
like
it
scripture type, like
any
faith or something.
celestial or?
Yeah, we'll say celestial.
I actually read it.
I'm proud of you.
That's cool.
We worked on that.
Yeah.
Here.
Like, am I supposed to?
I'm putting a little faith in you.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, see if you can use it. All right now.
I wasn't planning on hitting anybody right now.
We did just talk about murder.
Well, there are other people who were murdered. Well, we're gonna. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I
Give
did.
that back.
No, Dan, the spoil, you can just heal him, so it just goes longer.
You just beat the shit out of him.
That's what he uses when he spawns with
like
y'all.
an orange in a sock.
So that weapon's name is Hell. Because you beat them, heal them, beat them, heal them.
Now this is
That weapon's name
this
is pillowcase soap.
is it's helping because he's helping you get stronger.
Rooney, I thought of a name for your masterpiece.
Yours now.
Well, I was going to dub it. He holds up his lantern. The Truth.
And I
Yes. So, that is one for the record book, and he'll gives off a eerie, like kind of light that this is just showing visible things right now. So, but it's like
you see the strike.
Roll me a d12.
excuse me.
Roll me a d12.
Five.
Okay.
Do we see anything?
No.
Okay.
I'm so happy with how that turned out.
It is an absolute wonder. The mages will be envious.
You think so?
I know so. I would be.
Maybe they'll let me in without taking the trials.
You know, I don't necessarily think the trials don't have their merits, right? I mean, it is good to show what you can do, but also, if you can manifest the abilities in different ways, then what's the difference? So,
I think my limitations I don't know what they
I would be cautious, you know.
are. Or what's expected of me, assuming I pass.
That's fair. Yeah, well, because, I mean, if you are then pigeonholed into the life of a mage, which I'm assuming you wouldn't start as the golden boy, right? Unless you were just some kind of prodigy, which there's no taking away that you very well may be. But if you want to go be a page or a scribe or something at first, then you got to work your way up, right?
Sounds boring as hell.
It's a lot, you know. Sadly, it's it's right up my alley. He pats his spell book, but you know, to each their own.
Isn't that how most things work?
Still
Though?
needs to look into it.
What's that?
Like you gotta work hard to move up stuff.
Oh, a lot of the time, but some people are just blessed.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're pretty good at it, so you probably get there pretty quick. I mean, look at all the cool stuff you made us.
I'm concerned that they also don't like me as much as Grigori does.
Why?
Does he like you?
Take 1d4
I mean-
second.
He hasn't gotten rid of me yet.
He's always so mean.
You know Grigori's scale. Tolerate equals like.
Like, I'm a cut above everyone else.
Wasn't he kind of important in that group? So
Yeah.
So
I don't think they can. I mean, I'm sure that a lot of them do show preference to their apprentices because they're that kind of group. But he's one of the good ones. So maybe he
And-
does.
kind of gives me the creeps a little, but I would, if you say he's a good one, then I won't visibly recoil the next time I see him.
Have you been doing that?
think so.
Yes, the face he makes. Do you remember the first time you met Kagori?
That's really fucking rude.
I have a lot that I'm trying to work on.
All right. We'll work on it then.
We kind of just wear our emotions on our sleeves as, kindred.
I guess so, Stu.
Oliver, you realize I'm a mage now?
Really?
When did you take your
Doing
trials?
it.
I don't know if he.
I mean, I know you have your book, but in the official capacity or the self-study capacity?
Well, you could say self-study, but I happen to. Well, wait. Do we have a little time? I've gone to the mages already.
I don't remember you telling me. I remember you saying that you used the book to figure out.
Oh well, then it's self-taught.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not in the not in the official capacity, but
Oh,
we can do what most. Of
I think from the conversation you had, the only requirements that he gave you to become a mage, like to start the trials, to be able, you have to be able to at least cast the third circle.
Oh.
Now there are more trials to it. He alluded to. That's the bare minimum, and you also got the sense that there's, I guess the best way to say is stamina endurance. Like you're going to have to be able to do it prolonged to go through the trials, but he didn't allude to anything else. I mean, you are by your very nature kind of devious. You don't have a time limit. You're fine. It's just you just gotta be smart with it. But he did allude that there is more to it than just the spellcasting.
I think maybe part of my problem with them is a handful of encounters early on inside the city. I may have said things that started it, did not realize at the time, and I formed an opinion incorrectly, but I'm still not ready to accept that as a reality.
You were a prejudiced guard?
No, I
That
wasn't
is-
even a guard yet.
Oh.
Wait. He's gonna put his hand to your forehead. That's the most profound thing you've ever said ever.
Growth.
You okay?
I think so. Wait, did you ever have, out of character, did you have the conversation again with Oliver that we had in the boat that he forgot? I can't remember.
I don't think we had time to do it yet.
Okay. He's like, wait a second, I'm acting strange. That's why I was about to go down, and I was like, nope, I don't remember that. His brain's just breaks. Just see him split in two.
Self-reflection.
While you were looking for that missing 8 hours, you had some moments of insight as you looked into the past. All right.
We roll.
Well, you're gonna get there first. How does that look like?
Well, I'm concerned that Oliver just said on murder.
Who's the part?
Well, when I get there, I'll go inside and ask if anyone has seen, specifically Oliver, but anyone in the party.
Well, I guess the answer to both those questions would still be no. So they haven't seen anybody. The clerk though says, "Are y'all here for the assignment?"
The excitement?
Assignment.
Assignment. What assignment?
Well, we sent word to the Reprieve. We wanted to hire you guys to look into some murders.
Oh.
Before you start killing everybody.
No, I wasn't. No, I was gonna try to stop him.
The smile face goes to frown face.
But you made so.
I use killed to baby face.
Oh, that is encouraging. I suppose yes.
The cloak is like, that you've come for the assignments?
That the murders have already happened.
The cloak is like, he's like shuffling through the notes. Which one are you again?
I am Arlen.
Profiles on all of us in here.
Oh yeah.
Okay, are you coming here by yourself, or are you just, like, should I send you back, or are you gonna...
They are on their way. I
Okay.
suppose I got here first.
Okay,
I can go outside and wait for them, so you can speak to us all together. I was concerned something had happened.
I'm concerned too.
And I'll just go there.
A moment later, you just see him leave the desk, and you're like, what the... Like, goes into an office somewhere. Alright, y'all go back. I'm assuming they don't let people loiter on the bridge, because there's a lot of heavy traffic, so I'm assuming you probably just come back out here.
Well, yeah, the way that the yeah.
And, y'all... Unless you're trying not to be noticed.
No, I think I'm standing in the middle of the road.
So, trying not to be noticed, you see Arlen. No, I'm just kidding. Arlen is there, waiting patiently for you guys. Nothing's on fire.
Hey!
As soon as you all, well, can I see Russell first of all?
Roll your perception at disadvantage. Probably see him. 18. 18.
19. Yeah. Okay, so.
But it's harder than normal.
Okay.
He has a cloak now.
You barely see him. You're like, ooh, he's shimmering.
A moment you thought it was just a kid with a cloak, and then you're like, no, that's Russell.
It was the warm feet that gave him away.
As soon as everybody within 60 feet, everybody will hear Arlen's voice in their head. I thought you were coming here to murder people.
Bless you. Bless you.
Nope. There's still time.
Is this how
Sorry,
loud
Oliver.
about-
Nope.
Oliver had the stone. So sorry.
Does this come across any differently than Arlen's voice normally would?
It has inflection.
It's gonna take some getting used to.
From now on, assume if you're within 60 feet of me, I'm not speaking aloud.
Now, can you do everybody at the same time, or is it talk?
Doesn't say.
Is it talk?
This is the telepathy feat, or...
Mhm.
I am not fast.
And just so you're aware, Oliver always responds audibly.
You have to. You
Okay,
can't
good.
speak back.
Not until I have to.
You can speak telepathically to any creature you can see within 60 feet of you. It's in a language you know, and the creature understands you only if it knows that language. It can't respond telepathically.
I don't see it being terrible that you can speak to everybody. Say that now, but let's just say we'll put a cap on it because it does say creature, but I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creatures.
Convenient.
So you can't like
We have any
give orders to an army or something.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
No, why would we have done the murdering?
That's what you said.
No. Well, I
That's
was
what you
talking.
implied.
Did I really?
Bridge.
Sure, it isn't what you inferred?
I had very little to go on with.
That's fair.
25 words. I need to make a. Someone needs to make a better spell.
18, really.
Oh, you only get so many words?
25, to be exact.
Oh, I don't ever plan on counting.
That's gone over it.
No, I didn't tell her.
Okay.
Nope.
Maybe we
Not
need
after
to
many weeks.
discuss those messages before sending.
Don't worry. I
For
have-
important ones, probably that's a good idea.
Sure.
Compromised.
I did give it to Ruby.
Well, he seemed like he didn't know what he was doing.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I should. That's my bad.
I'm glad you haven't lost your mind.
Why would I have lost my mind?
Well, if you were going to murder people, that's pretty opposite of who you are.
Oh yeah, no, that's why I was kind of concerned that you lost your mind. That you would have thought that I would have gone murdering.
Okay, well, they know we're here, so we should.
Well, that's good.
Really quick. We have all killed people. Okay.
Name one.
You see a passerby on the street go like, what the fuck? And let's keep walking.
I can't name them because they were nameless.
It's a very distinct difference between killing and murder.
Also, define people.
I come up with histories for everyone I check.
It's a very disturbing conversation.
Someone was about to retire. They had 2 weeks left. It's like,
Nothing like that. Normally, I paint them as really, really bad people in my
oh,
head,
got it.
which I think they are because they're all part of cults.
So are you.
Few of them
We're
were.
all
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
How are we a cult?
Kind of cultish.
Who?
You do all of this. We do all of the things the cults do.
I've only
A lot of
summoned
growth was
someone
happening this session. I like
Wait, do we follow some mysterious leader telling us to do evil things?
I am a literal demon.
No, we don't.
It's the first time we ever see Russell's eye.
Roll for insight now.
And now everyone except Russell, at least one of us is possessed. What do you mean?
What?
Wait, you say that to everybody except Russell?
Yeah.
Including...
Oh, shit.
No, not.
Come
I-
on.
I did forget.
It's just immediately. It's the one chance they ever have to get Russell, and he just crushes skull.
No, just the three who know what's happening.
So I thought we were going hard.
Russell's just like, you see him just jump off the bridge into the water. He's like, never again.
I just want y'all to realize you're having this conversation where he goes, we're not a cult. And then there's an awkward silence as the three of you look at each other.
We see everybody kind of tense up for a second. Russell and Oliver are like,
No, we would have to be like that. I think you were the one that taught me what a cult was.
We have
Right?
stood in a circle and tried to kill someone.
Correct.
We have.
Wait a minute.
Not,
We did surround something, not...
We haven't stood in
Two
a
weeks
magical
ago.
circle and tried to summon
And we didn't chant nothing,
something.
and we're not following like a mysterious
I have
leader or
heard-
figurehead.
I have heard you chant, stop resisting! Stop resisting! to get
That's what
something...
they told me to do when I was trying to chase down a criminal.
We actually might need to get with our PR guy on this.
Yeah.
You gotta
Who is
first
that?
Yeah. He does everything, right? Does he do everything?
Dax?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
Actually-
Oliver was.
And he takes care of my plants. He,
Oh, God.
Amazingly enough,
no.
What's
it's really
that?
helpful.
Public relations.
Oh no, you probably. Well,
No.
people like me.
No, you're right the first time.
Oh,
We should do it.
You're probably right.
Let's stand out here and have this suspicious conversation for 10 more minutes.
Walking in.
The cloak is there and it's like,
Hey there.
hi.
Russell pulls hood down. Figures looking like he's trying to disappear in here would be looked upon favorably.
You messing where that damn bird went? You just...
There's the chicken. No. Soren will see you now. We let him know that y'all were coming.
Who?
Soren. That's the guy's name, right? Soren?
No.
Sarah?
Sarah.
Sarah.
will see you now.
Or Sarah.
It's been like 6 months.
It's been...
By 6 months, I mean like 6 weeks. But
Oliver will lead the way.
plus I need to work on my handwriting. That's why I'm typing it. All right. You go in there. He's sitting at his desk as usual.
Long time no see.
Felt like that. Been staying out of trouble?
Can you define trouble?
If I have to define it, that's concerning.
And none of your concern.
That's
Go ahead.
With what? Well, I don't honestly know what I've done the last yesterday.
okay. Before
I
we
thought you were our
start-
PR guy. That's why I'm saying this.
Before we start confessing things, if it's a matter of speech, I want to give you guys an assignment. Normal pay, 100 gold apiece.
It's not an assignment. It's a job.
Well, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
You're not assigning us something. You are
I'm
requesting our
assigning you a
services.
That makes sense.
He's right. We need more than that.
alright. I am offering you a job, and if you accept it, I will give you your assignment.
Yes. Right?
That's fine.
300 gold per.
But I thought we already accepted this because we
Listen,
were coming here.
I'm a public servant, man.
So are we.
Well, 100's fine with me.
Paying
You
us
can have
more-
mine.
Paying us more than he's probably making for this.
Probably, yeah.
No, it depends on how
Sorry.
long you take.
So, what do you got?
I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
100 gold
That's
is
600
rent
gold.
for like an entire
Her?
year.
No, that's for 600 for something. That's a lot more than most people.
Yeah. Depends on how fast we do it. And we can hopefully do it pretty fast because we don't have a whole lot of time.
Technically, it's 6 times what I offered before because I would only pay him, and he just roped y'all into it.
I didn't rope anyone. I bagged.
So,
Well, yeah.
Doing anything?
I mean, that's kind of why we were here to begin with, is because we are solving a murder and
potentially 2. So we're concerned with the Accords coming up that a guard and one of our abjuration wizards die that same week. There might be a problem.
Well, the guard doesn't seem like it's...
Let me put it this way: 2 defensive personnel die the week of the Accords. We're going to take a little extra caution, look
Sure.
into it. All of our people are swamped. The people I would normally send on this.
are us.
Well, no, it's not just. It's not you, actually.
No, it's okay.
Okay, it is you. I won't go into the reason why. But anyway, so we want you to look into this for us. Make sure that it is just a coincidence or not, and if not, figure out what's going on, and depending on how earth-shattering it is, we might have to pay. But right now, this is more of a let's not tempt fate and figure it out.
Okay. What all details do you have?
Can you take us to the scene?
I can have a guard take you to the scene. But basically, long story short,
At the restaurant.
the guard was murdered in his home. Single bachelor. Not much else to say. He was killed by looks like a knife. Looks like 2 different knives at the very least. Stabbed repeatedly. Enough times to make sure he's dead and stays dead. The abjuration wizard was found hanging from the ceiling in their loft.
There, is this person acquainted with someone else?
No, I used there like in the possessive also area.
Got it.
Like I said, the murders themselves have the hallmarks of, or murder, suicide, or coincidence has the hallmarks of, if you're trying to do something, go after people that won't be missed. They're single. No one would report them. We don't like the Butters, the divination wizard, has let us know that they have died
No,
about
shucks.
48 hours ago.
They died 48 hours ago, both of them?
Wow, both of them?
Give or take. I mean, within 8 hours of each other.
Do they live near one another?
They do not.
Were they acquainted?
I mean, like I said, they're defensive. Are they well known to be friends? No. Have they ran into each other in the course of their jobs? I'm sure.
Well, yeah.
How important? Like, at what level of importance would you say these two were?
The abjuration wizard, his routine, like his focus was he would go through the wards throughout the city to make sure they maintained. His section was the.
What were the last ones he was checking?
Northwest wall. The guards rotate. Lately, the guard was at the north. What'd you ask?
Well, what was the abjuration wizard's last section they were checking on the wards?
He'll
Prior to
give
the-
you a list of basically his route. In a very similar mailman route, they go through and they make. But this is over the course of 4 weeks. They go through several places, making sure that they're still good, they're up to date.
They keep a logbook or something like that,
Of whose responsibility is what, and where the wards are located, and what they are guarding.
and like a sign sheet for the last time it was inspected,
Very bureaucratic.
so we could check the most recent few.
Yeah.
His primary location is like the northwestern section. That's me, not Russell, obviously.
Yes. So he is
Super casual.
responsible for probably this section.
So not terribly close.
Let's check the scenes before we check the walls.
That's on the other side.
Yes,
of the-
alright.
The last time this guard was on this gate's duty was about 4 months ago. He's been over here. for
He's
the
been
past-
on the north gate.
Yeah.
Honestly, one of the better gates to be stationed at.
Apparently not.
Yeah. I mean, you deal with more nobles up there, and they can be kind of pissy. You have to ask them to step aside to do a random check.
You don't want all the important people coming in through the slums.
Slums have their own problems, but I would rather deal
Well, the slums, like that,
with
they were
reasonable
nicer
people.
to deal with. What I meant, fun, is you kind of got to tell them, you don't get a choice. Ha ha ha. That.
Yeah.
That's why I was swiftly moved out from that gate.
That tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any suspects? Immediate thoughts?
He does give you guys a I can't think of everything that you might want to ask now, and you guys might want to ask something later. But we'll pretend this meeting encompasses that if something comes up.
Sure.
But keep going.
Do we know who the last folks to see these people alive are?
The guard, his companion's on guard duty. He was a no-show for a day. When he was a no-show the second day, people got concerned. The abjuration wizard, they don't necessarily have to check in except for once a week. They bring their logs to the guardhouse to make sure they're on track. And when he missed his, we take that fairly seriously. It's not like we send a SWAT team, but we investigate because they're responsible for the defense of the town.
Were these people...
We only have it out on a once a week check-in. Oh.
It gets a little overwhelming, and they do maintenance. They don't change anything, and they're supposed to report any problems as they see them. But
Oh, okay.
In Bear's Head, were there problems with the wizard's wards beforehand, or in his report?
Do we have this report?
yeah, he gives you the logbooks, or
Okay.
at least a copy of the logbooks.
Yeah, well, Bear will look through that to see.
Roll me an investigation.
Who's dead in his home.
Can we have people double check the wards that he
Would you like to
last
assist me?
checked?
Yes, someone has been placed on his route, and they're reviewing.
A 27.
no indication.
Over there looking at the book with you.
The last weeks is gone because he never brought them. So because he was.
Has someone checked it now?
That's what someone of you asked. He did, and someone's going through now to make sure that they're good. But it's a week's worth of rotations that they have to get.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Did you send that person with a guard?
We've doubled them up, especially with the Accords going on.
Was it someone that was recommended?
What do you mean?
Well, who
Like-
replaced the Abjuration Wizard on the route?
I mean, basically, people are going to start pulling double duties, or we're going to be relying on students.
Didn't know if someone maybe volunteered or.
Oh, I honestly didn't think to ask if someone volunteered. I'll follow up.
Let's think about this a little bit more on a grand scale.
But to dig further into your question, the wizard assigned it. I didn't ask to think if someone volunteered for it. They passed out assignments that they said they would. But grand scale.
So, if we think about this on a grand scale, what's the so what of this? What if one guard is down? Because the guard shack is not just manned by one, manned by one person, right? So, okay, that guard, fine. But what would it mean if the wards were down for even a day?
Depends on what they're guarding. So, one of the things that they're responsible for is the lights, the magical lights that you see throughout the city at night. Another thing that they're responsible for are alarm spells that are on points that we don't want people going into. Other things are some more potent spells for things we really don't want people going into. The walls themselves have wards on them to protect them from siege for at least a little while before they break.
So in doubles, they're gonna be stretched thin, more likely to fuck up.
Yeah. Okay.
Have we established which wards this wizard was?
Excuse me?
Which ward was the wizard watching?
Yeah, we got his.
Yeah, he's got a route that he maintains.
Have we asked which wards are on that route?
Like what spells? is he
Anything
doing?
particularly important?
I'm gonna go back to my thing. This building right here.
Okay.
To my notes real quick.
I like my alliteration.
Which one?
Which ward was the wizard watching?
Missed it.
That's pretty good.
It makes me smile.
Why are you grimacing that?
Gotta say it. You just disappeared into your shirt.
Alright, so that's Westway Expeditions.
Westway
Yeah,
Expeditions?
this is where they hire adventures. Yeah. Then you see on the list.
Never heard of this.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
I don't really need it, but yes, if you want to go on an
We
adventure.
might have. They pay more than gold.
You just look over it, fucking dude.
So there's a list on there. There's a hospital. There is a place that keeps emergency supplies like food in case of famine and things like that. There's the wall itself, obviously. Trying to think of anything else. There's some docks on the northern side that could be hit. There's a couple of things that are notated on there as important, but they don't tell you what they are.
Explanation.
Yeah, so, and he's like,
You have to go there to reveal them.
No big question.
well, so someone basically tells you that's need to know and it's sensitive information and we're not going to let you go in there. If you feel like it needs to be investigated when the inside, we'll have someone help you and report back to you. But
To Beur. I think maybe they should go ahead and look in there anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You already have?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
definitely sending people to all the strategic points, but
So when will we know, or when can we get information that those places are good?
if you want to come back once a day, we'll let you know as we know.
Okay, that'd be fine. Actually, yeah, no. Yeah, they don't really mind me flying.
If anything is urgent, we have people here that can do sendings, and they're
Yeah.
aware of you.
Okay, yeah, if anything important comes about from that.
Where are the bodies?
The morticians,
This is Butters,
the
right?
Butters, yeah, Waldo.
Oh, Butters.
Good man with some bagpipes.
Jeez, fellas.
There's a standard suicide note.
Is that person's handwriting?
Yes, a lot of people compared it. It matches. And through augury, it tells us that they match.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah, but we know well enough that people can be compelled to do that.
Well, that's true, but I mean, it would still be in their handwriting, so it's like I said, suspicious, possibly coincidence.
Okay. Well, we'll have to give it a look then.
Was he sad?
Do what?
Was he sad?
There's no indication. One of the primary concerns, because I think this was brought up recently, but the thought never finished, is what could one guard do, and it's less about what would one guard do, but what can one guard tell an entity that wants to break in.
Yeah.
Procedures, clocks, rotations. They get it from them, kill them to make sure that doesn't get out, and then
Do either of these people have known, family, friends we can talk to?
he'll give you some friends, because they're not like lonely, but they're not the most social people you can gather.
The Beur, has anyone spoken to them yet?
To the friends?
To the dead.
To the dead people? Because that's a thing we can do in this game.
Do we?
That's Arlen saying that.
That isn't a
We
game.
can do that in this game.
Fucking breaking the fourth wall for a second.
Bear's wings go up. What game?
Arlen's got a point.
Well, Arlen said that in his head.
Oh, I thought you said it out loud.
Yeah, just to.
Yeah, we can go check on the bodies. But no one's done communion with them yet, have they?
No, that's usually the job of whoever's investigating the murders to walk Waldo through the questions they want to be asked.
Can you tell them to not let anyone but us do it?
You will be the ones investigating the murder. They know it's going to be you.
No.
Unless they look like you, no one's going to be able to do it.
Trust me, I know people can look like someone else.
Well, how are
Or
they supposed to? I mean, there's only so much we can, like,
Let's just go there now.
Sure.
So we'll talk about it.
Don't
Code word.
keep in mind, 2 days have passed, so if someone wants
Was
to
it?
do something nefarious,
I just repeated.
Can you have a? Yeah. It's all good.
To everybody, we should decide on questions on the way.
Who murdered you?
Should we open with that?
Well,
We'll have to do it one at a time.
I would say yeah. To the suicide, we would say, did you murder you? Like, did you take your own life?
No, I think
whose
still
hand did you die?
Oh, okay.
Because then he can say himself.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
At this point,
Well,
if everybody
look
is
like
walking
him.
and talking, Adrian
Just-
will be walking slower, but with Oliver taking up the rear, trying to keep him busy.
with your investigative nature, I would suggest describe who killed you.
Right. Because they could say, I don't know, because it was somebody that.
yeah. So.
The problem is, describe who killed you. It could be themselves, and that's
Well, then
gonna.
they'll describe.
Well,
who
at that
you
point, I
is.
feel like, were you compelled to kill yourself by someone else?
They can probably describe themselves very
Yeah,
in depth as
yes.
opposed to.
But if you ask, yeah, I mean, but regardless, that's just food for thought. Y'all think of whatever you want, but
There's a mole on his right shoulder.
Yeah.
The best part is they just be like, well, look at the corpse you're talking to.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be it.
Fucking real snarky about it.
Still my piece of
Leave me dead.
And also, when we do it, one person speaks. We don't need a repeat of what happened last time.
I need it. I want
We don't
it.
need the D&D movie where people in the background ask the question.
Yeah. We're gonna pick someone, and they're gonna speak, and that's it. If everybody
Got
else
it.
needs to wait outside, we can do that.
No, Oliver and
Take a
Adrian
wait.
are not part of this conversation.
Yeah.
She's keeping
No.
Oliver busy.
No, I've said that to everyone.
It has
You're
to be
within
everybody.
60 feet of me.
Yeah, because
Whether you're part of the conversation or not, everybody
my
heard
God.
that.
Adrian, like, you
There
see
is no
Adrian
escape.
pause, and she goes,
You're over there just.
Arlen can speak in our heads now. So. Eat?
yeah, it's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know,
I've tried thinking back, but it didn't work.
it doesn't work for me either.
Arlen just hears a kill me.
What? You know, I was thinking before I got wrapped up in this. Don't tell anyone. I was thinking going to the Deeds Commissioner's office and procuring us a building.
Yes.
Now, if I had, say, a clever way to do so, you wouldn't ask questions, would you?
I'm not even sure I would know the questions to ask.
Okay.
Like, are you talking not a... Are you gonna hurt anybody?
No.
Okay.
Don't be thinking about it, though.
Thinking about hurting someone?
No. When do I ever hurt anybody that's
That's why Oliver
not
can't.
trying to hurt us?
Well, I understand now why Arlen was concerned about the murder.
Good. You can kind of snatch and jabber.
It's just been a minute. I haven't got to use that thing in a while.
Okay. Who's asking the questions? She'll like look up.
Are you 60 feet back? Or did you guys catch up?
We'll catch
Oliver
up.
will shout.
I'm going to suggest that Arlen ask the questions. They will be the one most likely performing the spell.
I'll second the motion.
I have an alternative. Because I can speak and offer suggestions without asking questions. So I could be a second voice if we need it, if that makes sense.
Maybe the twos of you then.
Okay, sorry, this is unrelated. Have you utilized this on anyone else yet?
Only people here.
I would give a word. Yes, sir. In the back of the class.
Oh, yeah. Aren't they able to perceive you? The dead?
Perceive you?
Like, can't they see who's asking the questions? Can they see who's asking the questions?
Well, if the spell is cast
Uh-huh.
and I'm the only one in the room and they can see me like out the hallway, then it's fine. Right? Because they will know it's just me. Because it has
In
to be
his head.
spoken aloud. Like I'm asking the questions out loud and they're talking in my head.
Yeah. I would just make sure. I didn't know if they could see you, if that would make a difference on who should speak.
I think it's just answering questions because I don't know if they have to see you or not.
There's nothing about that.
Yeah, you just have to. They have to hear whatever.
Wow, then just asking.
You understand that they can see you. And if it appears that you are hostile to them, they don't have to answer honestly. They have to have a mouth and a tongue. Be able, well, just a mouth, not a tongue, but just to be able to communicate.
Both of these tongues are ripped out. It's like
It's not like someone doesn't do that. but yeah, but you know,
We should.
did they have a tongue or? Oh, beforehand. Oh, of course.
We asked that to Seraph. Do they have tongues?
Butters.
No,
yeah, they have tongues.
Well, we asked that to Seraph before we even leave to go see Butters. It's one of the details we asked.
Okay. Haven't seen Butters in a little bit.
Were we on our way to see Butters? I thought we were seeing the Art's house.
We need to go and ask those questions before anybody else does,
Gotcha.
so we're not bamboozled. Or hoodwinked.
It's not a very long trip. It's like right here.
Yep.
We had that conversation. We're just going in slow-mo. Or we're all
Actually,
talking.
just-
Y'all might stand outside
Yeah.
discussing strategy before going in.
Yeah, I do think we should agree on questions beforehand, and then
Russell
I can
stay
help
outside.
adapt as we're there. Let's just don't say anything except questions.
Maybe I didn't start drinking before. After the break.
Maybe
This-
we should take a look at the crime scene before asking questions in case there are questions that arise from something we find.
That's a very good point. If that's the case, I think someone needs to stay here to make sure no one else asks these bodies questions. Or at least tell Butters strictly no one else have access to these things.
I mean, he's under those instructions already. Unless you want to enforce it some way. Like I said, they know it's y'all. They won't do it for anybody else.
I can't stay here.
Well, hey,
Well, I can't
couldn't
stay
we give Butters a code word?
Yes.
And then we can all go in
Yep. That's what we'll do.
Sweet potato.
Let me do it, so just in case we're overheard.
Purple pear?
Sure.
Yes.
Followed by that noise, and that noise exactly.
When Russell
If
sneezes,
there's
he just
any
mimics the
difference in that sneeze, it's a fight on sight. Kill him.
hands.
Hands prison. What about the whole whip?
The definition of onset.
I'm going to write down.
How do you spell that?
H.
H.
I thought it was ACHOO.
I'm gonna write down the word, so just so you can see it or perceive it, and it'll be melancholy. And you can let Butters know this is the word that when we come up. What?
This is the word of the bird.
Bear explodes. We'll come back and ask for this word, and he will say it, and then he will know it's us.
I'm inclined to make up something that has never been
Oh,
seen
ever?
or heard.
Oh, the purple hair.
No, that has been said now.
But
And
and
melancholy
you
has
can
been
you
written.
can think it into our heads.
Oh,
Say it into our heads.
Do you know what I mean?
yes, I get that now. That's fine. Papers. Ah, magic. Bear cleans himself up.
To cast your vote, nod or this one. Miracle.
As a body, just see people go. What was the word?
Mirabar.
It's
But no one said it out loud.
No, I just put it in everyone's words, and then I'll go in. In his head. Hello, this is the person waving at you.
Okay, so you're talking to Butters at this point. I
Yes.
Okay. So
This
you
is
walk
normal
up, you
for-
hear him doing, this is not the bagpipe motion, but whatever. He's on the bagpipes, just going, sees you come in, and he goes, haven't seen you before, but you meet the description of one of the Reprieve's group.
Yes. I am here to,
And this is on his head.
yes. I'm here to inform you that we will be coming back later
Okay.
to do our job. And I'm here to give you a code word so you know that it is us and no one else can speak to the dead before us.
Extra paranoid, I like it. What you got?
Okay. The code word is Mirabar.
Alright.
Everyone in our group knows it.
Okay.
Okay. We will be back.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just get stranger and stranger. I don't know if anybody hears that under his breath.
Gonna see what's going on in that house itself before we go to the next one?
Hmm?
Are we going to see what's going on in this building before we get to the next one?
You mean the morgue? You're at the morgue right now.
Oh,
Yeah, they went to talk to Butters real quick.
I thought we were at the...
Yeah, we just walked across the bridge to the morgue to deliver the code word, and now we're getting ready to go to one of the murder scenes.
I imagine whichever one's closest.
Yeah.
Where does the wizard live?
The wizard lives probably over here in the better part of town. We'll say the guard lives somewhere in this side of town.
Oh, so he was murdered at his residence?
Mm-hmm.
Both of them were murdered in their homes.
Wow.
Well, both of them died in their homes, is a better way to put that, I guess.
I guess the guard would be closest, I guess.
Alright. Standard strategy.
Yep.
For investigation.
Ask questions.
Well, we do need to ask questions, but in here we need to just take stock and notate everything that we can.
So where I usually wait outside?
I mean, no, you've built me before.
Yeah.
We'll go in, we'll, do a proper grid and then see what we can find. If there are guards stationed here, we can, of course, talk to them and let them know who we are and do what we gotta do.
So you make it to the guard's house. It's, blocked off. There's a couple guards out there just watching it, making sure nobody goes in. They see you coming. They recognize you. So, you here to investigate?
We are.
Alright, well, good luck.
Anybody come around here looking for these people or asking about them?
Not really. Nobody's come in or asked. I mean, people pass all the time on the street in the neighborhood, and there's been some people looking as they pass. Basic curiosity.
Are we at the wizard's house right now?
Guard's
Gotcha.
house. That's on the side of the house, the side of the river.
This is... How many times was the guard stabbed? Did it say? Or did we find?
We'll say 27 times.
2 different.
At least 2 different nights. At some point, things just start blending together.
Kind of passion.
And he did confirm that he was killed at his house.
Star-shaped wings?
Definitely.
I finished it.
I would say within basic reasoning. There's enough blood pooled there that it doesn't look like it's moved with the amount of blood that was there, because there's no blood trail into or out of the house. But like there's not like a way that they've done anything that would be definitive. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's just basic deductive reasoning. They would look at that and see that.
So, what was your question?
They're sure that he was killed in his house.
We'll take it from here.
You hear him say a word, and y'all feel like a little bit of warmth over you. It's like, right, you have a mission.
The fuck was that?
I just gave you permission to pass through without setting the alarm off.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
We should learn how to do that.
I think that's the basic thing the alarm spell can do.
No, I believe they mean
That or they
stop
have
the
to.
alarm spell.
Oh, stop.
Or do you mean cast the alarm spell?
Yeah, we should learn how to do that.
Yeah. Well, I thought we...
Level 12, I will know the alarm
No,
spell.
wait,
So
that's the right
I'm gonna
one.
take the survival.
What's monkey?
No, it's not.
I think...
Gregori's probably got it. You can copy.
Yeah, I can copy it over.
Damn.
No, I mean, there's a lot of things that kill Russell, including everybody here. And Russell.
It's like Helldive. You should just join it.
Somebody want to give me a hand?
Which part?
Taking a look around.
The investigation.
We all watch.
If everybody wants, I can just. Hold on, let me see.
And then, yeah, Russell's gonna help look around because he's trying to find footprints to identify the various. Because I imagine there's lots of blood. It'd be hard not to step in the blood of somebody you stabbed 27 times.
You might want to step on the ceiling. You don't step in any of the blood.
Russell's looking down at you.
I'm just.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just like that. A 20. Passive of 25.
Okay.
Well, it's been 2 days, so I imagine the blood's all soaked into
Could be, yeah.
wood.
So, what are you looking for? Like, what's What's the attempt here outside this?
Actually, it is a good point of does it look like a crime of passion? Like, and what I mean, or what we're like taking out of this is, does this look like there may have been a struggle, of course, after you've been stabbed the first time. Did he know, like, does it appear as though they knew they were stabbed the first time, like if they saw it coming or not?
Indications would point out probably not. He died on his bed.
Okay.
Or like the scene points to the bed. Like the bed is soaked in blood. If you look underneath, it's actually soaked enough to where it's had dripped through the bed onto the ground underneath. Crime of passion. I mean, it has hallmarks, like you said. The whole reason that you thought that is when someone stabs someone 27 times, they really don't like that person. But the motive is off because he's not a very social person. So, like, who would do that?
The next thing we'll be looking around for when investigating is like for any contraband or things of some people who are closed off from everybody else.
Okay.
Probably aren't closed off from one or two people or things.
Mhm.
So, what is this guy's secret?
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Forced entry.
I would
Well,
assume
actually,
Russell had
that's my bad because y'all would notice at the door. It has signs of forced entry, but not like. It has signs of pick locking. Like there's scratches, things like
We
that.
got two and a half rogues, so we
Yeah.
can recognize them.
It's not like someone kicked the door down, but it does look like things have been jimmied with. That makes sense.
Well, I mean, first one had to be at least somewhat quiet, right? Because even if a person's sleeping, this person's walking in, lumbering around like I do when I'm walking in my armor. So.
Are there any?
Someone in the body that doesn't make a sound when they walk around the room.
Yeah.
It was me. I killed.
It's like, thank you.
Are there any tracks in the blood or any sign of, like, a trail of blood with walking away with the weapon? Did they mention that? Oh no, we don't know what the murder weapon is besides just like multiple blades.
They mention it's a dagger, like based on the length of the wounds that don't overlap. You can gather that it was a dagger.
Because like stab somebody 27 times, it's gonna be a super bloody weapon. So if they're walking away
You-
with it, unless
okay,
they
so,
stab it
like-
carefully.
Right, but this happened quickly, so like you can tell that there's smears in the blood, but they didn't stick around to let the blood pool at their feet and then walk away. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
So
roll
just
me a
splatter.
survival to see if you can actually get like some sort of footprint from it.
I mean,
They could
theoretically,
have
they could have
prestidigitated.
been whole person and then just
That's what I was
slowly
thinking.
and deliberately, cleanly.
Cool. Let's take a. Stop it.
That's what I'd do.
We're actually investigating. You're outside.
Well, that's
Yeah,
the
I'll
thing.
just
I would actually notice the whole place. It wouldn't even take that long.
Well, we don't know what kind of magic, if any, this person could do. They picked the lock. There are spells that do that.
Mm-hmm.
Is that
Yeah.
so? Like, yeah, I guess primarily is looking for blood splatter or sign of them carrying whatever they murdered the person with out and it dripping. But I mean, it could be prestidigitated, but
Okay,
like,
so nobody was carried out.
no, carried the weapon that's covered in blood
yeah.
dripping, anything like that. He doesn't notice anything.
Can I help?
Can anyone help?
Not that we know what the role is, sadly no. You can make a separate one at a slightly higher DC.
Can Russell help when he notices I'm looking?
You just want. I can just give enhance ability, and then you get the next hour.
Also,
you'll get
nice
it.
having inspiration.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Can I use an inspiration to
Yes.
reroll that?
Now you have two.
Yeah,
Okay,
perfect.
before people look around, tell me. I'm gonna just give you.
His mine is 5.
I got a 10 instead of a crit 1.
So there was, like I said, there's smearing. Sadly, you don't have a whole foot like a whole footprint. You can gather that it's at least, it's not all of a size. We're looking for a normal size
A normal size
bipedal, but
boot print?
or
Or is it
that's
just
weird.
hard enough to tell? Or too hard
And
to
it's
tell?
actually smooth.
Oh, so there's like no
Mhm.
tread or
It's like,
anything.
yeah.
It's just
Is it size 10, kind of like a slipper?
smooth, like.
If you wanted to
flesh of a
off
worm?
someone as like an assassin, oh god,
Russ is like, all signs point to me.
check for knives now. No, you missing it? No.
Can we have asked if if they can tell if he was tortured or just
I'll say that's something that Waldo would know, and he would have directed you to ask that question to Waldo, the mortician.
cool?
Anything taken? Or looks like it's been taken?
Uh,
Like were they robbed of anything?
Yeah, has anything been tossed, or is it,
Drawers open, cabinets, dressers, blah, blah, blah.
or the only thing out of sorts is just a bloody fucking bed?
yeah, no, it looks like someone just came here to kill somebody.
Okay, they walked in, murdered
Yeah.
hard, and just left.
Yeah. Now,
Did we do a wallet biopsy on this guy?
I don't know if they have wallets because it's like
They have credit cards. Walked yourself into that one.
I think it's in debit. It's in debit.
Sorry, debit
That
card.
is true. But no, I mean, like that's something that I don't know. You might just keep in your pocket, but
Is it
the
okay if
rest is
we?
baggable. You know what I mean?
Totally fine.
But
I'm gonna search
with
around
that
and through all
said-
that stuff.
go ahead and we'll do this one as separate since we're like going off the course. Roll me another investigation. Does anybody wish to help or enhance or okay?
My roll is a 26 with
26.
help.
You do find valuables in the house, so and some of them are in obvious locations. So it's like anybody that walked through the house would see them. So if somebody wanted to steal something, they would. But they didn't. Outside of that, his desk is messy. You don't know if that's just because he's a messy person or not. It doesn't look like there's any obvious signs of something's missing. But
Is there any information there that looks important? That someone doesn't need to take, they just can see it?
no, nothing that's there that you could see and be like,
Not
oh,
with this
that's-
guy, sure.
someone should know that. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna look for invisible things.
Oh, I thought you were ripping one of the papers off. I was like, no. Good what?
Just a quick scan.
You don't see anything. Nothing invisible.
Whack. Bullseye out.
What does that do now?
It's true sight. Actually, instead of that, he's gonna do detect magic with his pipe. Ritually, just walk around.
Okay. So no true sight or detect magic?
No
Okay.
good sight.
So after 10, 11 minutes, detect magic goes off. You sense the aberration spell,
Other
which
than
you're
the
assuming
alarm,
is
yeah.
alarm. You sense some evocation coming from the lights, the magical lights. Outside of that, trying to think of, you sense, I think it's evocation for Ascending Stone.
Where's that at?
It's in the desk.
I mean, I can grab it.
Mhm.
We need to see who has the other end of this. It may just be the guard, but if it is, we need to confirm that. Any particular thing we need to say? That may
Do
invoke...
they have to answer?
No, but they may be very surprised when someone talks through it.
Maybe we should check if the other ones at the mages before we use that.
Good idea.
From your work at the
barracks.
at the barracks, yeah, at the guard shack, or whatever you call it. You know, it's almost like a switchboard. The sending stones, how they work, because they can only hand out pairs, so they know who's assigned to what. So it's also something you could ask for.
Okay.
If you want, yeah.
I didn't know this was a personal one. Like, is this a burner?
I mean, it could be.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, if you're looking at, because you mentioned going to the guards, he would have insights into
Would,
how that
would
would
they
work.
be like the city property ones marked in a significant way?
Yeah, I would think the Yartars would be like, this is a Yartar stone.
Yeah, you could say they were probably more standard issues. Like, you know, the stone itself is probably designed in a certain way.
Is it one of the standard issue ones? Would Oliver be able to say, like, oh, yeah, that we can most certainly get, or this is automatically something personal for...
Standard issue.
There you go.
Yeah, they should probably
You're-
have a...
You're missing these. So.
Huh.
We'll find the other one. So then you and I can have
Well,
something.
if it's like if I'm understanding, like a switchboard, it goes back to the barracks.
Yeah,
And
which is
someone
fine.
that just mans it, and they know who's assigned to that stone.
Yeah, we can get the other one.
It's dispatch.
Worst case scenario, it's
Yep.
a good way for us to get hold of the guards on the go.
That's true.
I'm gonna check for tracks.
So it's in my inventory.
I was gonna
Yeah.
ask about sewer entrances as well.
Are there any sewer entrances nearby? Anything in Russell's wheelhouse? Would sneaky sneak?
Do you want there to be one?
You
Is it-
couldn't on
it
this
would-
side of town.
Oh, that's right. You're right. On this side. Roll me a survival with advantage, since it's if you get advantage for doing it within the city.
You get your proficiency bonus doubled. For favored terrain.
So then I would have a 10 instead of a 7. 17.
Yep. There's sewer interest. Like I said, he's over here. So pretty much every so often along the road, we'll say probably 20 feet from the house, there's a sewer entrance.
I'm gonna check for tracks. Help me out.
That's a bad idea, but I will.
Magic.
I'll do my. You're talking about detect magic?
That was the enhance ability.
Oh yeah, go do it.
You're talking about
Take it. Cat's grace.
I'm a cat.
Meow.
So
So that's just advantage?
I think it would be what is it, Owl's Wisdom or whatever.
Yeah, because survival is.
Oh yeah. Whatever your thing you need is.
You get out there very stealthy.
Endurance.
What is it?
I'm just
He's being not helpful.
just me.
23. Looking for any kind of tracks that look like they are.
Okay.
Because that sounds abnormal.
Yes.
And he's checking around the entire house, but his focus is kind of towards the
Let me do your favorite
in the
tree
direction of the sewer.
because I think I remember something about favorite about.
You have that for an hour.
You have a favored terrain type. Your proficiency bonus is doubled for proficient skills when you make an intelligence or wisdom check, so survival. Oh, so actually it'd be a 26. While traveling for an hour or more, difficult terrain doesn't slow your group travel. Can't become lost except by magical means. You remain alert to danger even when you're engaged in other activity. You can move stealthily at a normal pace. While alone, you find twice as much food while foraging, and while tracking creatures, you learn the exact numbers, sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area.
Is that? So you're using favorites, right? Not natural explorer.
Natural Explorer is what the favored terrain ability is called.
I feel like there was. Okay, it must be a lost. Let me roll.
Are you thinking of Deft Explorer?
No. Well, you may know. Okay, so you find attempts to hide their footprints. I didn't know if Favor Train gave you that. But I think it was you don't get lost magically.
Yeah. Where?
I mean, once it hits the main street, it's hard. It's been 48 hours. People have traveled it. But it's leading up into the house, and it looks like they walked. Like I said, you can't tell once it gets on the street, but the curve of the like how they approach the house, it seems like it came from this side of that street. Like if this is the house, it came from the west side.
I'll walk back in. Lose the trail pretty quick. Seeing them with it that close, like they could go to literally anywhere. Anything. And he's a city boy, he's not gonna know a bunch of fucking animals that might have smooth feet.
Should we check the
Human
wall?
ones.
We're sort of close to the wall.
Like, so somebody came through the wall or out the wall?
Check it for what?
Or over it? I have no idea.
We already had some run-ins with some walls. Didn't necessarily go as planned afterwards.
I
But we can go there.
apologized.
We can go ask the guards about the wall.
Well, I don't know that it's a good idea. It's just an idea.
I will say, based on y'all's roles combined and stuff, y'all are getting the sense that whoever did this is professional. But they've done things to cover their tracks on purpose. It makes you question how the murder was done. You know, once again, professionals don't murder people in crime of passion, so why stab 27 times? That level of thought. So
I'm just sitting here, I'm like, I have an idea. How is Russell going to express this idea?
Can you go ask your friend if anybody knows anything about that?
Write it down.
He hands Beur a note. Perhaps they were both compelled
Like, the...
to hang themselves
Mm-hmm.
and compelled to murder this person.
Maybe.
Murder suicide.
Well, no. It's...
If
Somebody different, yeah.
I will say, with
Someone
your knowledge
compelled
of
to murder someone, and then they were compelled. Different person was compelled to murder this person. Wizard was separately compelled to kill themselves. Perhaps by the same.
generally how compulsion works, they don't gain a skill set. So if this is looking professional, then you would have to compel a professional to kill someone.
Right.
Just, you know, so if that logic is where we're going with, it still points to a professional, but, you know.
I get you. Well, it'd probably be someone who would be much harder to compel. And also, they would have to be compelled for a long time, right? Like, suggestion would have to be pretty specific, and it just makes someone think that it's a good, like, that's not a bad idea. Not that they have to go through and kill somebody, right? Because you get saves at the end of each
I
thing.
think, I don't know what level magic is, but with your just base arcana, there are spells that you can get very specific, and as long as they don't harm themselves, they will do it. And they are under that compulsion for a while.
And Russell doesn't know this, but modify memory, you could convince somebody that they need to kill this person or they should kill this person.
Mhm.
Change their memory to everything.
Suggestion
They have to.
is just one save, and then they have to do.
They have to try and do it, right?
Yeah, but there's like a higher
To the
level
best
where they
of
could
their
give you multiple commands to do multiple things, like do this, come back, report back, and you know on your way back they're probably going to slit your throat, but
Yeah, yes, guys, whatever. Dominate person.
the only person knows that. Oh, yeah.
Talk to my contacts about smooth feet.
Not the one.
Pretend smooth feet was in two different voices.
Feet?
Like when would fucking Wilkir have said smooth feet?
Well, I mean, when they were hanging out around the Veil room.
No, you'd be saying smooth brain.
If we feel like we've gathered everything we can here.
Yeah.
Are there any good clues?
I mean,
Good's a strong word.
there were clues, and good is relative, right? Because it's just based off what we can gain from them, but we could also piece several bad clues together and it makes something good, so.
Oliver would have been standing on the outside keeping watch while they were inside looking, and he would have been looking for any looky-loos or people that just seem to have been lingering around.
I mean, like I said, you do see a couple of people that live in the area that you would expect natural curiosity. People looking outside windows. Now that there's new activity, some people are slowing down. You hear them if they're walking with a companion talk about it. But there's nothing. Well, you know what? Roll me a perception. Let's find out.
That's pretty good. Perception, you say 22.
Knowing that just looks like it. Nefarious. Alright, anything else? Do you guys want to go to the wizard's place, or do you guys want to do a quick walk to see the wizard's route while you're on this side of town?
Say that one more time on this side of town. What?
Do you want to see if you want to walk the wizard's route while you're on this side of town? or do you
Sure,
wanna
yeah,
go-
yeah.
Yeah, since we're already over here.
Anything in particular you want to do while you do it?
What?
Anything specific you guys want to do, or you guys just want to walk it?
While we're
Well,
walking,
We're gonna check the last couple most recently visited in the logbook, right?
Yep.
First.
while we're walking past, I'm curious what those marked buildings are labeled as, like on the street.
So, the last week, which y'all don't have, is going to be this line of houses. Well, this line of houses right here.
The last week of the wards he was working on.
That report's missing. If you
Were any of those ones of significant importance?
The big building. That was the way.
Well,
but technically,
But
this side of the
had-
street, that was technically this side of the street. Yeah, this is this small place is considered one of the food distribution silos where they would keep it in case of that. They keep extra food in case of famine or crisis. And then this one is one of those where you don't have permission to go inside.
Question mark. A point of interest.
Yes.
I mean, maybe
What's
it's
your
not
past?
necessarily one of the
perceptions?
really special ones, but one of the not so special ones that they're hiding something in, and a routine inspection could have caught it.
Okay. Your passive is what, a 25? 3. Mine's a 21.
13.
You see it, doesn't make much sense to you. You see it, it's the symbol from your dream. It is on this house.
On the don't go in there one.
Yes, but it's on the outside.
As we're like walking this whole thing, I would like to cast as we're walking there, I'd like to ritually cast detect magic. As we walk
Russell would have gotten
down here.
good a sketch as he could of the smooth
Brain.
Okay.
I'm just sure and Beur looking over like, oh, that's a dumb symbol. Continue to walk like.
But then you remember, you gotta go back and look at the.
Does he react to it?
You can make an insight check if you would like.
Well,
Yeah,
don't you need
I
to
wanna
roll
know
your
if
save
you
for
react.
read the runes?
I am
I'm
not
Sarah
that evil.
Connor.
Okay, I'm gonna do an insight check.
With him? I did a performance check.
25.
Or it's like, hello, my baby, hello, my honey. Because I rolled a 9. So I'm just like,
Okay, just in his head. What's wrong?
he tries to talk back in his head.
Does that trigger everyone's passive?
I mean, if it's a 9, yeah.
I'm going to say if you have a passive perception of, technically I would say passive insights of 15 or higher, I will let you roll for it.
Well, at this point, I saw that in a dream. I'm with a flat strong. I'm a good escape. No. He will say I saw that in a dream.
Building?
That exact symbol.
Because the last time you were here?
Have I been here before?
I don't know.
Wait, that symbol?
I don't know what you do every day.
I mean, you may have walked by it. I don't know. You can tell me if you've ever.
I'll make a history check to see if I've done this. 11. So I'm like,
I mean, we're not terribly far from Russell's old place, so you've 100% walked by this building.
I've seen this sometimes, but it never had any significance until right now.
How did you see it in a dream? What was happening?
He lays on the couch. Well,
Tell me about your Elijah.
I don't have one. I'm a tiefling. Starts crying. All right. The symbol was before I saw something horrible in the sky. Surrounded in shadows, it was a big, dark dragon.
When was this dream?
This evening, or this past evening,
Does this happen a lot?
just recently.
Okay. Were this the only dreams you have?
No. Not the only one.
Is there... Okay.
You did warn us about the turtle with lots of mouths that we killed in Feywild. So I would take some stock in his dream vision.
Ah.
Oh.
Anything we should know about?
Yeah, I saw 7 people who I gather are the High Wizard Council. Something was wrong.
They were with this shadow.
No, it was symbol. Then I saw this dragon. And then I saw something I will not say. And 7 of the High Council.
Why won't you say it?
Because I don't want to manifest anything that would bring me bereavement beyond measure.
Is that why you were asking if Bruni knew how to fight? Or if I thought he knew how to fight?
Did he die?
You asked if Rooney knew how to fight?
Yeah.
Is there a safe vault I can lock myself in?
Unless you feel a little hurt because of the way it was pointed.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Sounds like something to worry. It maybe the last thing was something to worry about because that thing.
It was something
Can
to
I
worry
see?
about, but
What thing?
If I can recall it, of course.
Okay. I'll do detect thoughts.
No.
Right.
Not bringing it up.
I will let this
Oh,
be
that's right.
a general intelligence check to remember it. But I'll let you do that I'll let you use double your intelligence modifiers. So I think you had either a +4 or +5.
I'm at a +4, so I'll be at a +8.
Yeah.
What we fought in the Feywild was an anti-room machine.
We went back into the Feywild. And I don't remember it again. God, you guys gotta have all the fun. Was it cool?
You
Was this
did
one
It,
fun?
it was not fun.
Because I can't even remember.
Here's the thing. No, hold up. Exactly.
Oh.
So that has not happened ever.
Well, I mean,
Well,
no,
Adrian
no,
remembered.
Adrian's saying escape.
oh, we're doing
All
take
we're
backs
just
now?
going-
Okay, that's fine.
All
Well-
we're just going with it.
Well, basically, what should have happened is when Adrian started talking to him about the escape game, that should have brought, like, why are we talking about this? But, you know what? That conversation did happen because Adrian remembers.
This has all been Beor's dream again.
Alright, let's do this session right this time. No.
Told you politely to buy me a gun. A 27.
Yeah, you don't remember it
Went
anymore.
away from Max. I'm just like,
I'm just kidding.
it's in there with
Alright,
those.
how much do you want to show Arlen?
I mean, if you let him in, it means everything, isn't it?
Well, that's part of why I had him roll the check, is to see how well he managed discipline himself to what he wanted to remember.
Shut off all the magic. It's bedtime.
Like the whole trip.
Russell starts making the creepy noises that it was making.
Oh. No, yeah, that's
Something like Donnie from the Wild Thornberry.
Okay, what I told you, you will see all that. Symbol, the dragon, the 7 people. One is the bright light.
One of the visions is the bright.
One of the visions is the bright light. I don't know where I am. I'm just seeing that.
Okay.
The other thing will be a feeling of purpose. Another thing is I'm gonna let you see the Arlen staring at the edge of carnage thing too.
Okay, with the words or just.
Yeah, with the words. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Do I recognize the voice in his head? Okay. Well, I saw that gnome one this morning.
And I
He was at.
also want to let you see Rooney, because in case you can have any sort of inkling of helping him, then you'll do it.
Okay, what happened with Johnny?
So this is he's losing a fight in melee.
Like I said,
Oh,
he's
yes. I don't
in
know.
melee. That doesn't necessarily mean he's like engaging via melee. It's confusing, mostly because I don't know how he's going to choose to do this fight, but he's just.
Okay.
But I know how he's going to get attacked.
So you saw
Um.
the gnome flying around. But flying around?
Yes, he.
You have lots.
Some vehicle he used to fly toward the building that the council is. I assumed he was going to work. He was coming from Felix's house. Do I know if he lives there?
Yeah, that's the estate. You just he's not there often.
From his house.
Yeah, and it's kind of a compound. Like there's multiple small buildings. It's a very well-to-do place, but you get the sense that from the conversations, he lives in his work, and his work is at the major's place. So he doesn't come very often unless he's like dead tired, has to come home, put in some sleep, then go back out. He's not a big fan of
Are you talking
That's
Felix
good
or
to
Gnome Boy?
know.
gnome boy.
What is it? I'm sorry.
That he's not there a lot.
Oh, got it. Yep.
Okay.
He also is not a big fan of. You've heard arguments before with him and Felix. He's not a big fan of the parties that Felix throws.
Okay.
Yeah, I had that same reaction this morning.
So is this one we need to get permission to go in and check out?
Probably wouldn't hurt.
Rooney, what's in your ring?
A first level healing word, a second level healing word, and a spirit shroud.
I can radio dispatch
Go for it.
and see if they can send someone here.
Well, Seraph said that if we need to go in there, we could get permission to.
That's what I could ask. How many?
Is he going to ask for proof that we need to?
And just to be clear, he had never he said y'all can go in
Yeah, he said
if someone will
somebody could be
investigate
sent
for
in.
you.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Is there anybody around? That like any
I don't
guards
think we should
observing?
Okay.
Yet.
Roll me a perception.
We should not go.
Nat 20 for a 27.
There are people observing the building that you could probably pick.
Officially?
Yes.
Like in an official capacity,
Yes.
they're observing the building? Where?
Um,
How many entrances are there in this building?
there's one entrance to that building. There are no windows.
What time of day is it? It's daytime.
It is daytime.
Does anyone have a box?
Um,
Go in there like Metal Gear Solid, man.
you notice this house. Someone's kind of watching. They have a beeline straight out the front door. There's also, you've seen the same like jogger come back, and there is someone on a park bench reading a newspaper.
That's so many goddamn people for this to not be super important.
Is that my house right there?
No, I thought you were like,
We're actually breaking into your house.
I thought you were down at the bottom.
F. What's F on the map?
Sorry.
That's what I'm asking. Is F my
F.
house?
F was Russell's old house.
Okay, cool. Oh, got it. Okay.
So this is the one we're going in, and the entrance is on this side.
Correct.
Russell.
And did y'all say you had detect magic up?
I do, yeah.
Nothing from the house.
Okay.
Bullshit.
What about outside?
Nothing within 20 feet of the house. Even if you're standing within 20 feet of the house, you no longer detect the magic on you.
This place is too thick
Wait,
for that
wait.
to penetrate.
Wait. You no longer detect the magic on
Oh,
you.
wait, you're right beside us. You don't detect anything anyway.
Nope.
It's only
It
people.
doesn't.
Only people.
Oh, okay.
It
So
doesn't-
If there's items, or
you
things,
don't. Within 20 feet of the house, you detect no magical items,
including what's on us.
including what's on you.
Ooh.
Okay, so to everyone, that
Wait.
building is like Russell's ring.
I mean, it's still working. You can tell that the magic is nothing's blocking the magic itself.
So Russell hood up is still kind of obscured. And shit.
It's just something is making it to where you can't.
Russell will get Beur's attention, and over the course of several minutes, hand signal, there's a jogger, there's a person over there, there's a person
Yeah.
over there. They're observing. Distract them.
Okay. Ernie.
Yes.
Just because it was brought up in the conversation, you know, I mean, he point blank said that there are spells guarding these houses, and the really important ones are there are really powerful spells guarding these houses.
No,
This
Russell's
means
committing
detective.
suicide.
Yeah, should we be doing this right now?
Broad daylight's it's the
While
least
all of
expected.
us are standing here, we all come stand in a group and then we start taking action.
I feel like
we
were hired.
That's what we do, right?
Should take us away from here. First.
I mean, she'll summon her mage hand.
I would not.
What's the worst that's gonna happen? The hand goes up.
Well, then they know we're trying to get in there and we get in big trouble.
The block might blow up.
It's going to be difficult to solve this thing if we're sitting in a cell somewhere due to obstruction of whatever.
Secret shit.
You know.
Do we even know that? I mean, what are the odds that this is under a spell? Not to mention if the wizard who cast it is.
No, this is 100% under a spell.
Yeah, pretty
the
high.
magic is being stifled here.
I think that we
Or
have
cloaked.
other people that we can also ask about this who are not necessarily guards. I'm going to say that to everyone. but all-
Russell will get Adrian's attention and hand signal 3 undercover watching. And he'll
So
sign out their directions.
we've been standing here for a minute, and they're just making hand gestures. Do we want to come back later?
You know, I don't think that's a bad idea. We can investigate the wizard's place. Come back here.
Ask her questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We can be efficient.
But
about
we'll put a
this.
pin in this place because it seems important because of the symbol
Here, drop a
from
pin
your
in my
dream.
phone. Here for later.
Well, I have a map. You can just write.
Right. Anything else?
To Beur, we should probably talk.
I keep forgetting that you're doing it inside his head. I'm like, think what you will.
It's just
Well, to the wizard's house, I suppose.
So, real quick, what did you not tell Arlen?
I did not tell him about Russell.
Okay.
I did not tell them the thing was betrayal from the 7.
Okay.
I just said that we saw them. I did not show them kneeling by a house feeling devastated. Hearing the words "look like," they did not know that.
Okay.
Or deals being discussed.
And just to clarify the house feels familiar to you, but it does not look familiar to you. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay.
Like, you don't recognize the house. It's not a house you've been to before.
Then I would have shown them that. Then that's fine.
Not a house he's been to yet.
We walk up to it. Oh no.
Okay. Does the house look familiar to me?
Nope.
How about me?
You don't know.
Oliver, read my thoughts. Just trying to shove information to you.
And I saw Rooney fighting.
Yes, and you saw him potentially losing a battle.
Did you see who was losing who?
I think it was the person. It was just you are fighting, like you were in a melee. Funny enough, it could even have been from my perspective, and you're fighting me.
Was it super? Was there smashing?
No,
Was it his brothers?
no, because he could actually hit me.
All right.
Most of my brothers, I wouldn't be too worried about.
Except for the turtle. I'll watch out for him. The turtle will get you.
Trying to his little.
Oh, I thought he was the mage.
No. It's the barbarian I'm worried.
Oh, gotcha.
Good old Torrell.
I'm concerned you have that so quick.
What's that?
That he just has the barbarian brother's name.
Heat up right there? Because I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, it's really close to Portal, so
No.
Isaac
That's
just
permanent.
said the brother's name.
Yeah.
That is not a turtle.
He said the barbarians.
He said Torel.
damn.
So now that we're all on the same page, we've made it to the wizard's house.
Yep. So you made it across. You go to his house.
Excellent discussion.
Same deal. House is guarded. They say the word. You feel like some magic comes over you. They let you go in.
Oliver hangs on the outside again, keeping watch.
Well, will you do your detect magic in here while I investigate?
Yes.
Please. Russell, will you help me from the ceiling again? Also, you can see how he tied this rope. Because supposedly he was hanging. So,
The rope's
investigation.
still in there.
No, I should have probably take that to evidence, but that is something that you were able to review. So if you want to, it's
13 loop news.
whatever you would
Nice. Damn.
expect. It would be efficient to do the job. Just put it that way.
It's a rope of strangling.
Did they suffocate or did their neck break? That's something I feel like they could know without us having to go talk to Butters.
I would say
Because that was something like Butters would figure out. Like, he'd look at it and be like, oh, yeah, that's broken, isn't it?
suffocation.
No breathing?
Technically, I guess with the term would be strangulation, but yeah.
Do you think he would give a flip if he cut his arm? 27 investigation.
Same deal. What are you looking for?
The same as the old place. Did anyone potentially break in? Is anything missing or taken? Does this guy have like a planner or a date book or a notebook or a journal? Would look for a journal at Buford's house, the guard.
Nothing is, no signs of breaking and entering.
Okay.
Any smooth feats?
You can roll a survival for that.
Has it been an hour?
We'll say no. I mean,
Thanks.
for you, surprisingly, no paperwork.
Is it a lack thereof because it looks like something is just missing? Because it's a wizard. They're going to have
Yeah, you
papers
don't
everywhere.
even find a spell book.
Is there potentially just a little cloud floating around?
I'm going to go with no.
Did he have everything up in the cloud?
17.
17? No footprints.
I don't think that's innocent.
Also do the invisibility check.
Okay, nothing showing up on visibility.
Okay.
You detect magic. Nothing that's surprising. This guy does have a lot more magical stuff. You know, transmutation in a box that when you open it has food that's kept cold. Just a lot more quality of life things than the boy would have.
No, Russell.
So there are a lot of valuables, but no paperwork.
Is this place clean?
Meticulously. As if it is just a wave of the hand.
Was there anybody specific mentioned in the suicide note?
No, it just pointed to the stresses of work life, you know. This is something that you would expect, sadly, for a middle-aged man alone.
Okay, this is getting a little bit depressing. You need to reel it in. Would this person have, according to Seraph, reached out to anybody first? Because normally people will tell somebody something before it happens.
Were there signs?
No. There's nobody has come forward to mention signs, no.
That's
None of
probably why
this
it's
stuff.
suspicious.
Say that one
Yeah,
more time.
this motherfucker didn't kill himself.
Well, and like none of his. Well, I guess his spellbook is missing.
Yeah, no papers and no spell book. That
We should see if he at any point gave those to anyone.
I think you gave up your spell book.
Seraph himself,
Typical sign of somebody about to kill themselves. They start giving up valuables to their friends and shit.
Seraph, he didn't mention it. One of the things that were brought up that was also odd was there's no spell book. Also, the fact that there's no paperwork, no scrolls. Like, I mean, there's blank scrolls, there's ink, you know, but there's no nothing written down is concerning because, you know, if he's taking notes about his job outside of work and not turning that stuff in, and it's just, you know, he felt he was safe inside the house and he did it, you know, that might lead to some problems. So, depending on what he felt he could get away with writing down.
You looked for tracks?
Yeah, didn't find it. He still has a little pocket French.
Smooth feet, no forced entry.
no forced entry,
No smooth feet.
no feet. What kind of rope did they use? Like a wizard is probably not going to need rope. Where do you
Where-
get it?
Where was it tied off on?
We'll say the roof is shaped like this, but you've seen those ones that have like beams.
The beam,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's fancy. I would say you see one of the curtains is askew. Like it's and like there's like a not like traditional rope that you would probably use to do something, but like decorative rope there.
So this looks like
Does it look like it was pulled down very hastily?
No, you wouldn't really get that as hastily. It was just there and useful.
Standing on a stool, if they kicked the stool out from under him.
I mean, he could have just cast fly and then extinguished the spell.
Yeah, how would a wizard hang himself?
I would not hang myself if I was a wizard, bro. Shoot a fireball at my ass.
This one is also a house.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't ask any neighbors at the other place if they saw anything.
From the initial canvassing, nobody came forward. Nobody said anything. Nobody. I mean, if y'all want to put y'all's touch on it with y'all's particular skill sets, you can, but.
I'll be back.
You fucking see anything? I'm blind. I can't see anything, you bastard.
Oh no, he's back!
You just
We're actually next door to George. Just
no. I guess I don't have anything in common with you.
Bodies.
Yeah. And what or how good of a mage was this? Do we know what circle they were part of?
Reported to cast.
oh, there's the music.
Yeah, I'm putting it back on because I just realized it was off. I gotta go see what spells I want him to be able to cast before I can tell you.
This is so wonderful. Investigating the suicide.
Yeah, I tried to do the other one, but for whatever reason, YouTube just randomly stops looping, and I don't know why.
We need to do detect magic on the bodies when we get there before we do anything.
Up to 6th level, 6th circle.
Oh,
Was he possibly trying to move up in the world?
He has the hallmarks of it. Never took a wife. Never did that. But, you know, you'd have to ask his work associates for that. It's not the kind of thing that sort of would know.
Mm-hmm.
you ever engage in anybody who was depressed at the Velvet Room?
A few times.
Okay. Were they anything like this person? Single, but a pretty well-to-do off mage.
Often.
Well, no. Were they depressed? Because I seem to remember an engagement you had with a gnome who was not depressed in the slightest. He was very good at what he did, much like this person. So
Me and a wife.
maybe made him even more depressed, but he wasn't.
It's really hard to tell what's going on in anybody's heads. They're not really wanting to share.
Yeah, but you have them in a pretty vulnerable, or had them potentially in a vulnerable position.
Yeah. Suppose I could.
Well, if there's no distinctions or anything that comes to your mind, it's all good.
She'll look around and see if his belongings have already been gone through and collected as evidence. If not, since she's pretty good at thievery, she'll start looking in places.
Okay.
Thievery. Yeah,
Um,
thieving.
You're more than welcome to roll a perception or investigation. You know that Sarah, they took the stuff directly related to the murder itself. Or suicide murder, whatever. They're treating it as a murder because of the circumstances of where we're at.
Sure.
But you also know, Beur kind of went through this very well, and they didn't find any paperwork, but go for it if you want.
What's the Yartar suicide rate like?
Yeah, we get 7.
7?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Shit, bro.
Then that's a stat you'd have to come up with. Huh? Fucking should have.
You know, 7%, you know, something like that.
Whatever it is in a major city, you know.
More orc to elf ratio.
Depends on the city.
That's true.
Like, let's talk about
Well, why?
Unicorns, leprechauns.
New York level city.
Damn.
Why did they say they think it's a murder?
Look at
Just
that.
because it was close to the other guy?
Close to the other guy, and we're less than a week away from the Accords, and 2 people in charge of the defense of the city are dead.
You should ask him
Is,
where
um,
his. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
You should ask him where his papers are. Whoever's asking questions should ask him.
So, I have a quick question to the group. What if this is just a distraction for us? From potentially getting into something even more grandiose with the Accords being a week away.
I'm sure Dex would let us know if there was something else that came along.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe it didn't go through him, or I think he'd be.
New York City, 2.4% age 18 or older had serious suicidal ideation. 14.1% of those attempted.
Of that one, 2 point.
Yeah, 14.1% of 2.4%. So, relatively low.
Yeah, in a city this size, not as often as you think. But I mean, also keep in mind, we're going into the Accords. Everybody's pulling double shifts. It's a very stressful.
Well, given the connection to that building, I'm also convinced it's a murder.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm like, I don't even know what kind of evidence to look for here than what we have.
Oh my. We're gonna ask him what's in that building.
okay. That'll be fun.
Wait,
How do you want to phrase that?
abjuration spells require components, right?
What's in the building?
What's in the building?
A lot of spells do, but not all spells. Powerful ones, most likely. And powerful ones beyond the range of 50 to 100 gold will require some amount of giving up something potentially.
Well,
One of the first reasons
I guess this place has already been combed over.
Looks like it.
I mean,
Is there
you do
anything-
see material components that would be in line with an abjuration wizard.
Oh, is there incense there?
Not anymore, but no.
Is that abjuration?
I don't know. I
That's
just want.
You're looking for fun familiar, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's transmutation. I'm gonna go with high and low. Okay.
One could take off their own head and try to replace it with this.
So they just
What?
regular.
Uh-huh.
What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah, there's enough for one
So,
casting.
the guy that
been
ran
working.
D&D,
Nice.
one of his first groups that he played with, their group convinced a warband of orcs that they had the head of Vecna and dispatched the warband with the lie.
Clever little Clover.
Yeah, I'll go over like the components that the guy has there, if they're still left over. She'll have Beur helping her look.
What are you looking for?
Well, one would assume that he would have.
They don't have anything to do find familiar with.
No, we're not. I'm not worried about that.
Was that you pocketing
What
that?
I'm, what I'm getting at
I need some more
is
incense, bro.
a mage of his stature surely would protect his own house.
Yeah.
What can you make out of these components?
Can I do an Arcana?
You know what? Actually, this is important, and I forgot about this. He has extra defensive spells at his house.
Okay.
You don't know what spell would detect magic. You just know what they want, right?
Go to school.
I believe so, yes.
Okay. So it's extra abjuration. You actually wouldn't know that through detect magic, but you do know Sev said they were disabled by the guard to investigate.
Does he have CCS?
Everybody.
Closed circuit scrying?
It's clever. But sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but that you said something that is important.
So yes,
Okay.
you can do defensive stuff with this.
You can see, like, she's trying to map out in her head, like, if a certain spell required a certain ingredient, like, what there's more and less of, ultimately. So that it would let them know what he was protecting his house with, if that makes sense.
So Adoration Wizard, a lot of stuff that goes with Adoration. There's some basic self-defense and evocation stuff in case he's in danger. You know, it's kind of hard. Nothing looks out of place for a wizard of that stature.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't have like his spell book in front of me, but you know, if there's a transmutation that lets you teleport and it requires it, he may have something like that to get out of danger quickly. Things like that. That makes sense. And he seems well stocked. You indicate by the house itself, he makes a decent amount of money.
She'll look behind paintings, if there are paintings,
Okay.
for any runes or hidden safes. Like, she's thinking like a thief and not a guard.
Okay.
Who's
No hidden safes. You do find the occasional like glyph of warding that's been disabled.
okay. And then she'll look at the windows, see if any of the glyphs are there in the glass or on the sill.
You get indications of the alarm spell, not the ones that the guard put around the perimeter, but his own. Outside of that, you're going to have to roll for it because these are higher level spells. So I'll need an Arcana if you want.
Can I help? Because those are spells that I.
Well, concern for bodily safety.
And it'll be Arcana, not Religion, because these are wizard spells.
16.
16? Alright. Whatever reason my computer is slow. Forbiddance. That will prevent celestials, fiends, fae. Also prevent things like plane shift or gate or any type of teleportation magic from entering or exiting the place. Guards and wards, which will do several things. Like if he wanted, he could make the corridors look foggy to anybody but him. He could hide doors behind minor illusion and arcane locks. He can ward the stairs with like the web spell if he wanted. He can do magic mouth to scream really loud in case somebody enters the thing. Place suggestion, so if you enter a place, that person gets a mental suggestion to just leave or whatever he wanted.
Does he have a
Now you can't know what specifically commands he put in it. You just know that that spell has existed.
does he have a fireplace?
Yeah, I'll say yes, fireplace.
She'll like look in the fireplace. Are there any
Disabled.
wards?
Yeah, there's a disabled. Beautiful one.
And then she'll look up the chimney and look to see if that is a possible place that somebody could have gotten in.
Let me put it this way: when you said look inside the fireplace, I thought you meant up the chimney. The glyph of warding is a little up the chimney, as if somebody tried to go down, it would trigger.
And that was also disabled by the guards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they went in with some detect magic and were like, they knew what they were dealing with. It just went in just dismount.
I mean, it's locked down pretty tight. So either if this is a murder, somebody had already have to have been in the house waiting for him.
That's not nearly true, right? Just because you can teleport, or does it stop teleportation?
I think although these stop teleportation, this guy seemed pretty paranoid.
Well,
Well, if
yeah, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Could you? All right, you go ahead.
We're all just
Forbiddance. For the duration, creatures cannot teleport into an area or use portals or the gate spell, plane shift.
I mean, that's fine, but if they can teleport, they could probably just spell magic for even a moment.
Right, but if this is a spell and not an item, if they dispel it, they dispel it. And you know that the gods dispel it.
What were you gonna say, Arlen?
Well, I don't hear anything about compulsion, so he could have still been compelled somewhere outside of here.
But can those things make you harm yourself?
I don't think a strong enough spell could.
Magic can solve
There
anything.
are, yes.
So right. Against your head.
The guards had to disable all the glyphs, and there are a lot of glyphs. And that means that they were all active at this time of death.
Or someone could be compelled to let someone in to the home that they wouldn't normally.
So, oh. Yes, they could just say, hey, please let me inside. Sure, then do the thing.
Or, like, you can overpower, you know.
Could have just killed himself.
Maybe he saw something he wasn't supposed to.
I'm saying like he could have just been depressed and killed.
But
It's just sitting us on a wild goose chase.
It just figured.
What's it? The building?
What?
Well, let's do this. We haven't hit a dead end, but this place seems like it's run out of possibilities for now. Let's go talk to the bodies, and then reconvene after that. We can have some new thoughts after we get some more information. Because we checked both places pretty thoroughly. Nobody spoke up around the places. One of those was not a crime of passion. There's no way, but it may be made to look like one. Or if it was done by someone who's crime of passion, they were very, very skilled up to the point where rage took over and they made somebody mincemeat. This right here, all
the facts
evidence.
were smooth, right?
Also pulls out a sketch.
It's about a size 10, almost like a slipper. Like this.
Are there individual footprints, or is it just like a smooth trail?
Based on the roll he made, there's not enough blood.
He found one shitty print.
Yeah, there's not enough blood to do a full. It looks like it was smeared. Like, someone just walked over part of it with part of their foot.
I was thinking it was snake people.
Oh, a young
Everyone
guy.
wants it to be Russell.
Only way that is to ask.
Well, I suppose Russell and I can case the building while you guys are asking your questions.
Literally read my mind. Like, Russell's gonna go fucking case them.
You should take Oliver.
Oliver's still outside keeping watch.
Yeah, so perfect. You don't hear this conversation.
Oliver's
Trying to bully him, but
been keeping watch, but he's also been talking to the guards.
Anything you want to ask?
I mean, he's just has anyone stop by and ask odd questions that wasn't official? Have any other mages come by to kind of pay respects? Any of the mages that came by to help with the dispelling? Did they seem to know where some of these things were that they shouldn't have too quickly?
I will say, you know what? I guess you don't need a charisma if you're on investigation in these guys. Okay, so they'll tell you that they weren't the ones that were there when they went to the thing. They will say that from the conversation from a couple of the wizards that were in there, they seemed surprised.
Surprised
But
that he
that it happened. But sometimes it's hard to tell with these things.
Did they mention like the number of wards seemed a little extreme, or the defensive
Yeah, there was comments about this guy was one paranoid.
SOB?
Yeah,
And then honestly, one's more credence to he killed himself.
yeah, and then and also
Or the
Paranoid and crazy.
insight, you guys would gather this that or he was protecting something that he may or may not should have had.
Oh, we never figured out who was behind the illicit drugs within the mage ring, did we?
Were any of his components similar to or
Or did they not?
same as the components for Third Eye that we found wherever we found it?
No.
Well,
I mean, y'all do know that there was a note from one of the ball in there that said about the wing one. So,
Yeah, it was us. Yeah.
yeah.
Like we kind of knew who that was. It just like not a lot came from it effectively.
yeah, that's fair.
Because we found basically a new Matthias disciple was doing this for whatever reason, and that's about it.
Well, that's what Oliver's been doing while they've been investigating.
I don't think we want to be seen.
You know, I think I have an idea, but I will need to see the corpses.
Excuse me?
I like your idea.
Casing the joint, or
No, the one that I think you're saying.
Yeah, no, we get it.
yeah.
I'll watch.
Okay. Casing the joints.
You inside check me, motherfucker.
No. You just see Beur.
Your path of insight says he's being truthful. He's telling the truth.
Go cook Decker.
Just walking up and go liquor.
It was more so, I thought you were like, you're going to go watch them look at the body. So then you could see the body too and shape change. And I'm like, why did you need to go see the body? How do I piece this together?
Oh, that's actually a good idea too.
Two of you
That's what I'm
do
doing.
both.
Oh, Russell didn't have the idea. Nobody said it aloud. And also,
You want to see a dead body?
also Beur can't know. Only Beur. Anybody else is finding this. Beur's got to find out when I decide he needs to find it.
I remember very specifically investigate that motherfucker or detect that motherfucker.
All right, y'all make it to the morgue.
Russell's gonna go watch the building with the symbol.
You go watch the building with the symbol.
Oliver, will you stand guard
Where?
outside?
Like out here?
Like you were at the last two places, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Uh, 17.
What's really good?
Disadvantage to
Just hanging out.
observer.
What's going on? He's still playing the freaking bagpipe.
No, this time he's working.
Ah, you got time to work there. Huh?
Filling out reports, that kind of crap.
Adrian will be.
Hey, so you're back. Well, you're back. You're not allowed in here. You're standing outside. He won't let you in.
He's not living.
I told all of you the word.
No, are we supposed to get it from him or are we supposed to tell him?
Well,
I was on the
what
instructions.
generally you give.
Oh, you give?
I'm an old man, man. You gotta speak up. I'm just kidding. Come on in.
You said this. Is this a human? What is this? A gnome? What is this? Pop quiz.
Yeah, it's in my other pad. We'll just go. I know he's a small, lanky man. I'm gonna go with.
He was a gnome.
He was a gnome.
Gnome?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I thought he was a small folk.
But he was lanky for a gnome.
All right. Well,
Spiky head,
thanks for
round glasses.
holding. Yeah, didn't he have blonde hair?
I don't know if it's a color, but yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Isn't he literally Butters from South
He's
Park?
got like tips.
So this is the person from CSI Miami, or Lost Wages.
Nice. So I've got them in
Yeah, that's best we can.
2 different rooms. We
Okay,
can
nice.
do them one at a time. Anyone you want to start with? Or any questions before we start?
Well, yeah. What did the person who hung themselves presumably die of asphyxiation?
Yeah, let's all signs point to strangulation. Auguries point to strangulation.
Is there any way we could tell if some magic had been on them when that happened?
Definitively no with how much he spends around magic.
When you cast your spells, can you tell, like you did with another case, potentially what made them expire?
You have to repeat.
Human, what kind of entity?
Yeah, no, it's human.
On both.
Yeah, humanoid.
Okay.
If I cast augury and ask, since we're going in here to ask questions, can I ask augury, did he kill himself of his own volition? And get an answer?
I'm gonna have to look at what Augury says.
I remember you can cast off.
Yeah, no. No, you said that. Oliver may do that on the outside while no one's there, because no one will believe him anyway. He'll do the same thing, but are they going to learn something good from the bodies?
Arlen would believe.
Well, yeah.
It shakes the magic 8-ball.
Hopefully Oliver does.
Will win, will win, will win, will win.
If he doesn't, I can.
Oh.
But
I would say that you would know that is a skewed question to ask this spell. If you were to cast that spell, what I mean by that is you would get a good result because the spell would be successful. But the question itself, like, it's not specific enough to know what questions you're asking. It's just, yeah, it's going to answer you. You know what I mean?
So the question Oliver is going to probably consulting with Tyr is, will our questions to the bodies help us bring justice for those that are dead? Those two that are dead.
I'll let you know after these questions.
Okay. That's fair. It can be a delayed response.
Yeah, I have no idea on what question's about to be asked or if y'all picked up on what I want you to pick up on, so. Who do you want to go with first? What questions do you have questions for Waldo about specific ways of death and such? You know that the person died of strangulation.
The person died from most likely blood loss.
I mean, the internal organs were pretty much shredded too. Like, I don't know if it was blood loss or just the fact that he just shut down because so many puncture wounds. I mean, actually, no, he knows. He punctured 27 times. He was dead before the blood loss.
should we discuss our questions?
Yep. What kind of weapon killed that person? And can we tell if there's any sort of magic involved with that?
There's no indications of magic. Daggers.
Just a standard, normal dagger?
I mean,
A signature weapon, anything like that?
the cuts, it's not serrated. It's meant to go in and be precise. Outside of that,
If it needed to be precise, why stab him 27 times?
it's a good question.
In what order were they stabbed? Can you tell?
Up, down order.
Yeah, the body's like 1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, that's the kind of question that they would ask, because did they want this person to suffer? Like, did they stab them in the heart first? Or did they stab them in the stomach first? To make sure, hey, did this person wake up when they got stabbed the first time? Or
Okay,
was
so-
it just done?
There's no sign of adrenaline.
Oh, so it was done. And then more stabs.
Yep.
That reaffirms your theory of it was forcibly made to look like a...
Correct. Yeah. So this is not a crime of passion. This is somebody setting this up to look like that. And also, this person was skilled beyond belief trying to get into this person's house. Granted, it was just a guard's home. But what did they know?
They could also have been trying to hide something on or in his body. Well, if you're gonna, you know what I mean?
You're just opening up a Pantera's box that I'm not ready to go into.
When you say that, Butters does pull out a symbol. And it's a
What the fuck, Butters? You didn't start with this?
Well, the thing is he doesn't have the context. Y'all have context.
It's the symbol of the house.
You see this. The rest of this is too butchered to tell what's going on.
A tattoo.
Yes.
It's a tattoo of this?
It's another fucking cult.
I'm telling you, first never fucking wrong.
It's all cult. It's cults all the way down, man.
Okay, then I think. Okay. Sorry, keep going.
Okay. This was where on this person? Oh, you mean like on his stomach or chest?
Chest.
Got it.
No,
You know what this is?
classic cult place.
Some sort of tattoo.
That's a high-ranking member on the chest.
This is on the one that got stabbed.
So wait a minute.
I don't want him in
Yeah,
there.
I mean, for real.
Crack this shit
Where'd you
back
get
up.
this? What's it like? What am I looking at here? Just a piece of his
Well,
flesh
he said
that's
it
messed
could.
up?
I mean, Arlen said that it could be hiding something, so I showed a tattoo that was mangled. I don't.
How-
Like on the body, we're looking at the body.
Correct.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Okay,
it made it seem
flip
like
the
I mean,
like
you up
In the chest cavity, inside is the tattoo. That's a high.
as part of his examination, he did draw what he saw,
Inside.
but he's also showing you.
understood. Okay, sorry.
He could show you the body.
I thought he was pulling something out. So he pulls out a piece of flesh. Like, why do you have that separately?
I got a patch in my bagpipe.
Do you know what this is?
He said some sort of tattoo. I mean,
it's just flesh.
Do you know what it means?
like I said, as a reminder, all he sees at the top, little two lines, without context.
Prestidigitation.
Yeah. So you're showing him the whole thing.
The symbol.
He said, "No, I don't know what that means.
Is he telling the truth?
You can go ahead and roll insight."
May I insight check this person?
I need to roll
Use
my insight.
inspiration.
What'd you got?
27.
Yeah, he seems it anyway.
Your dice seems a little odd. Just
He's
constantly
got like a
rolling.
plus 14.
No.
And it's
Honestly,
No,
for real.
No.
All of the
Jesus.
all of my advantages.
No, you know.
it has literally been like 7, 18, 5, 19. So I'm knocking them all the shitty ones out. Thank goodness.
What you looked at me like you were about to say something. I was saying, what you got?
oh, I got a 20.
Yeah, no, I mean, both of you, he seems genuine. Like, he's...
Okay.
If it's a cult, it's a secret one.
Not that secret. This is on a building in the town.
Well, yeah.
Makes you wonder
Plenty
why.
of
the
cults
dueling
have
paths.
Giant buildings with their names on them.
Cult of the comic book explosion. Because it looks like a little.
And also,
Touche.
Yeah.
Bear nudges, throwing. Nice.
you guys got any questions for him? Do you want me to do it, or do y'all want to? Are y'all capable of doing it?
Yes.
Yeah,
We'll do it.
we'll do it.
Okay. You want me to step outside?
Please.
Wait,
Yes.
you can cast the spell yourself?
Yeah, I can kind of speak with the dead. But the protocol is that the investigator comes and tells you what questions to ask.
Right. We want to ask the question.
Alright.
We should confirm our questions first.
Mm-hmm. All right, what are you thinking? And now let me do this. So we got a question. I'll do mage for one, and then guard for another.
The tattoo that he has, since it matches the side of the building, should we ask him if it's a gang?
Yeah, I think we should ask, what does that symbol represent?
On the guard.
Yes. I think that we should skip. So I think first question for Bo. Describe.
Okay.
It's in the pet rat roach.
Adrian is like studying the dude's features, and you can kind of see her disguised self. It starts to look like him.
So you're gonna turn into hamburger meat?
She'll turn into him to potentially.
Face is unharmed. A little pale. It's the body that's pretty much,
So we just want to take over his face.
You get the general height of him. You can imitate it.
Everyone's just what, but I think he came back from the dead.
Yeah.
I have
Alright.
question number 2.
Hey!
Okay.
Where is your spell book?
Someone dropped a penny.
We can ask about
bring you
papers
back.
too, like where are your
Robert?
papers and spell book, but I care more about spell book.
I'm like,
Right.
My second question for the main is
First time you again.
complicated. It depends on the first question.
Okay.
So option 1 is where you can tell, and then depending on the first answer,
Who is this?
The mage.
we're just discussing questions.
I would ask why. This is Waldo. I would ask why instead of what were you compelled?
Why?
Because that answers 2 questions. If you ask why, he says because I was compelled. Or if you ask why, because I'm depressed.
Good idea.
Do I say why did you kill yourself?
Well, but that also works. Well,
Oh well, yeah, I could say
my thing with the second question is either he killed himself, now we figure out why, or someone else.
We could ask him who tied the rope.
I think this one does the trick. Rope trick.
More signs point to him.
Okay, and then we're on the mage still.
Yep.
What is in that building? And then I say we use the building address. I'm just saying building.
Sure.
Or what is the purpose of that building? Maybe there's nothing in there, but that's where somebody meets, or whatever. What is the purpose of that building? And then I have the 5th question open right now. Because I think we moved the symbol question to the guard. So I have for my second question for the guard, did you tell the person who killed you anything about the guards, city offenses, or any other sensitive material prior to your death?
Tell the what?
The person who killed you. Or I guess anyone, but...
About the building before you died?
Well, no, I was... someone mentioned before that he would know about, like, the inner workings of the city's defenses.
Oh, got
So
it. Okay.
I want to know if he spoke to anyone about that he shouldn't have.
As a reminder, how are y'all approaching this with the gourd?
What do you mean?
What is your initial thought of the gourd right now? Now that you know he has a tattoo.
Well, now it appears as though he's a part of something bigger. That's how he's connected.
Okay.
This abjuration wizard's connected because
Right,
his
no,
abjuration.
this is the point. The person you're talking to, you are going against their wishes, do not have to be honest with you. And you need to consider that in how you ask and why you ask questions.
So confirmed he's in a cult.
Confirm he's in the cult?
No, it is now confirmed that he is in a cult.
Oh.
Well, that's why I asked what
Yeah,
your
yeah.
approach is with this, because like if you think he's in a cult and you ask him what he's doing and he thinks you're city officials, he's gonna tell you, well, he's doing nothing. He's gonna lie to you. If he's not in a cult and something just happened and someone branded him, then he might honestly answer that question. You just gotta keep that in mind. He is not compelled to tell the truth.
I was just assuming that he is not necessarily in a cult, but that because that building is...
I'm talking about the guy that was stabbed. but
Right, yeah. Because that building is there and the city has wards on it, or has, you know, something happening in it. My thought is just that he and the wizard are both responsible for something that happened in there. I don't know. Not necessarily.
I mean, no, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure because, you know, that y'all understood that. But you're good. You can answer whatever questions. I just don't want you guys to. You only get to do it once.
Right.
And you learn from a previous mistake, and you both can cast it, and you're both very smart people. So.
So we should avoid morally.
What is your favorite color?
Does the symbol on him looks like a tattoo?
Hmm?
Not a.
Not a brand.
Or like one of the.
But as the meaning
temporary
paint has been magically put on him somehow.
Could be a temporary tattoo.
No. Oh, Hannah. Yeah.
Or like just one you put the one wash off and.
Like the Rock's tattoo over his shoulder. Yeah. Big washcloth.
Were there any large wet cloths at his?
His body hasn't been clean. And it's still there.
Okay, so that does bring up. We should figure out if he got that on purpose. Maybe.
Did you get the tattoo on purpose?
Yeah, but I don't think that's super important. I mean, he's a city guard.
Yeah.
Hey, what's this supposed to
Maybe
be?
just who gave it to him.
Well,
Who
so
gave it to him?
yeah.
Go ahead.
No.
Or when you got it?
Yeah, could be when you got it.
Hey, that's a cool tattoo. When'd you get that?
My big thing
Where did
is
you get it?
morally now, none of this matters because everything could be a lie. So it's like, all right, we're gonna get some amount of information. We'll see if it's true, and then we'll have to go through some rigmarole to
I
figure
mean,
it out.
If you
Right,
guys
but,
are struggling with this one, maybe ask the questions for the first one and see if that colors your thoughts for this one.
Yeah,
Said Waldo as he's
Yeah,
eating some popcorn.
I don't think we start with the
that's fine. So,
Um,
major questions. Just describe who killed you.
You're in charge of the board.
Based on what they say, why'd you kill
I do
yourself
this
if they
a
describe
lot.
themselves, right?
Right.
If not, we can
Usually
then.
investigators
So if
can
they
ask
did,
questions.
cool. Why? Perfect. Where's your spellbook and your papers? What's the purpose of the building and address? Yada yada that we would know with the strange symbol on it. They may or may not be truthful about that one. I don't know if they're gonna be truthful about any of these anymore because my reality's shattered. And
I think we should amend our describe who killed you to
Yeah.
describe physically.
describe the physical features of who killed you.
Yes. Just in case, for the first one, it was him and he starts saying something emotional, which doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you don't want
piece of shit, though.
you don't want him to say something like crushing despair and hopelessness.
Right.
Also, Russell's not there, but you're both very smart. Where's your spellbook and papers? He could just be like, at my house. They were just taken before he,
No, I know.
or after
I know.
he was killed.
Yeah. Which
Right, but that-
tells us something.
Indicates that they would take it if they don't need that
Oh.
confirmation.
Yeah.
All right, fifth question for the mage.
It's 5 questions? I thought that was 3.
With the other one, you all got 3 questions more than the other 2. So. We could have a couple of options, and then depending on the
Yeah, that's fine.
answers of the previous one,
Sure.
we can have a monologue about which one to do.
Well, I mean, you can speak into his head and he can nod or shake his head in response.
Right, that's why I said monologue.
Oh,
I can talk about it. Well, it could be something about, like, why he was so paranoid. Did you think someone was coming after you? Was someone
were you under the assumption were you under the assumption that somebody or something was out to get you or after you?
Yeah. I think we stick with was, though, because his assumption could be skewed, and, you know, his answers could still be skewed, but...
Perhaps, what do you think might have been,
There we go.
rather than a yes or no question?
What was that?
What do you think might have been?
That's a tough question. Describe the physical features of who killed you. Why'd you kill yourself? If they describe themselves. So we have a backup question for this.
If it was someone else. Maybe if it was someone they knew. You know, like, was
Was the person that killed you someone you knew?
what was your relationship with the person?
It's the guard who hung the mace and went home and stabbed himself 27 times.
Well, except he stabbed himself once and killed himself.
And then his body kept going.
It's fair.
Okay.
Somebody raised him from the dead and put him to stab himself.
Are any of them yes or no questions still?
No.
Okay. I'm comfortable with those questions.
Okay. Ready? Alright. He'll walk in, he'll have his hat on. And go in and talk to the mage.
Someone pops out of the corner and asks my question. I'm kidding. Good.
Yeah, I would like to,
There's no one in the room. I'm fucking with you.
someone guard the door.
Oliver's
Please.
outside.
Yeah.
Please, thank you.
Adrian will stand by the door.
Okay, cool.
Oliver
I
gets
thought you were
his job
casing the
for
joint with Russell.
I'm really not
Over here, outside the building.
I know.
I will...
What's that?
Russell didn't want to be seen.
Huh?
Russell didn't want to be seen.
That's fine.
Okay, remember. Statements, no questions.
Yep.
Okay, I'll cast the spell.
And walk out of the room.
No.
Actually, you could just sit there, right?
Yeah.
Perfect, because you can just talk in my head.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, you being out of the room would help me not engage with you and talk, but we got this.
I'll stand behind you and I'll take off my hood.
I'm a merciful God.
I'm gonna sit in the room and listen.
Describe the physical features of who killed you.
He describes his physical features.
Hold on.
Liar.
The next questions are why?
Okay, go ahead.
Why did you kill yourself?
I thought she cared. She was just using me.
Okay, pause.
Using you for what?
Yeah,
Who is she?
exactly.
Can I get her number?
Can I get a simple phone?
Was she worth it?
Okay, nod or shake your head. I think we should modify. This is in his head.
Yeah.
I think we should modify our fifth question to this her number of fingers. 1 for who is she, 2 for what was she using you for. Which do you think is more helpful? I agree. I also think it is possible that this line of questioning is more important than number 3. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Or nod your head. Yes, it is more. Okay. Then I think number 3, who is she? Describe this woman you're talking about. Yes. What does she look like?
That's cool.
Because I think there is a non-zero chance that she has the spell book. And I'll be doing this in your head too, so you can hear this sort of conversation. Just
You're over there to.
as a reminder,
I was doing what we were discussing outside.
okay, I think proceed with question 3.
What did this woman who used you look like?
Middle-aged, brunette, smaller statue, slender, dressed in good clothes. No distinguishing features.
Okay, small, like just small of stature.
Hmm?
Just generally.
Yeah, I mean,
This is me asking the DM. Does he provide eye color?
How's that green?
I say
One more
switch.
thing. On above the left breast, a tattoo.
Doing that? Like Janice?
No, of representing the outer gates.
Outer gates. Does that mean anything?
You can roll a history check.
Okay. Like, is this proper noun outer gates or?
Yes.
Yeah, can we do that?
What'd you say?
History.
History.
Yes. You with advantage.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Nothing.
12.
Nothing.
Natural 20 for a 21.
Nothing.
14.
Not gonna honor the nat 20? Alright.
Nope.
Not a Dimension 20 fan.
Okay. Very nice. Outer
You can get nosebleed.
gates.
100% gonna find out.
I feel like I would know.
I'm guessing this is some sort of metaphysical or something.
You have to think beyond the physical.
Okay, I think switch questions 5 and 6. Up to you.
What was she using you for?
She wanted to know the wards protecting places within the city. That's 3, right?
That's 4. No one more.
We're just protecting that fucking building.
You say what he said.
Yeah, I said what I said.
Okay. To the both of you. Should we instead use our 5th question to get a name?
We could. Or we could use it to ask about the outer gate, because he seems to know what they are, at least by name.
I think we see, because there's a symbol, I think that that's something that we can research and find on our own. We can't, it will be much harder to find this book.
Good call.
What is the name of this woman? Sally McBeal.
Short. Sally McBeal.
Please, goddammit, no.
Who's that?
Just, it's a ridiculous name for a fantasy world to be Sally McBeal.
I kind of like it.
How about?
Kevin McAllister.
Wait a minute. What about Vicky Vale?
So, let me just put it this way.
It's not important.
If someone was conning someone, they probably wouldn't use a real name.
Yeah, Sally McBeal. They use an obviously fake name like Sally McBeal.
That's true, I did not think of that.
Neil McBeal, the Navy SEAL. Horace the Impaler.
Okay.
Oh my god.
The infamous McBeal.
Give me McNeil.
That does give us good info for our next episode.
Yeah.
Do you know what Sally McBeal?
No, but we can ask him about the building.
The McBeal buildings. The McBeal buildings.
That's the gang's name.
The outer McBeal.
It's never gonna get out of our headquarters. The McBeal.
I also have a new concern about question 1 with the guard.
Okay.
He was asleep when he was dead.
Yeah.
So that question is irrelevant. Drive safe.
We say that, but he probably opened his eyes.
I still think we.
I mean, hell, a person was
And
probably
it's-
disguised. Yeah, anyways.
Yeah.
Maybe it was McBeal.
Maybe. That is an actual real possibility.
Welcome to fantasy.
Oh, I'd forgotten all about that person.
I do agree. How do we would you like to edit this or just squash it?
Our question 1,
Yes.
get rid of it altogether. And we can speak freely now.
No, just statements. Well, actually, I guess that would be pretty close to how we're going to talk anyways. Been a long day.
Okay, I think we ask him what the purpose of that building is. Is this a thing where we could, like, make a statement like we are working with the guard and have that mean something?
So, the spell does indicate that he recognizes the person. I'm going to say through sight. So the spirit that is governing the body in that moment can see you. Okay. Whether it will act just normal, so whether it believes you or not, it will come up to rolls. But outside of that, we'll see how that goes. But the angle you want to be here, you're flipping a coin. Are you questioning a bad guy or a good guy?
Right.
And if you approach it as the guard and it's a bad guy, you're done.
What if we said we are here representing the outer gates? Tell us who's trying to infiltrate us.
And then maybe it's like a.
Like we're
I don't
trying.
think we should do that.
And then
Yeah, like as a
Donald Sutherland pops out.
yeah, like on the chance he was caught doing something he shouldn't have been, or knowing something he shouldn't, and he was killed by someone in the outer gates. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Yep.
Okay.
We're doing a
You
research
come back
project
with,
for our high school class on the outer gates. Who killed you?
I also think that it would not be a horrible idea to take a pause, go do some research, and come back for this.
Butters, my man. Can we get a
Divided by 10.
half a day on this?
You can do this actually on your timetable. Well, let me rephrase that. You're going to do it for another 8 more days. Because it's
Yeah.
outside the ball. But
No, you're good. Does that work?
Oh, go research the symbol.
A little bit more. Yeah, try to get some more info. We got actually really good info out of the first guy. Damn, you son of a McBeal.
New code word. We'll do a new code word.
McBeal.
No.
Because that's a name that exists.
Damn it.
In the ether.
So does Mirabar. It's a city.
I
Did you
prefer
say-
pineapple.
No.
Can't use that one.
It's been spoken.
Oh.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
pit.
aren't you
Okay.
Scarlet right now? Him around?
I'm not around. I'm watching the outer gates.
That's right.
Man,
Your answer is
I'm just doing
Negative.
it because I can't normally. So I'm like, yeah, that's good.
Here's just telling him his thing.
his answer for whether you're going to get the identity to bring somebody to justice.
And that was.
Negative.
Nah,
You didn't learn
no,
anything about who did
If you
it.
guys,
No,
I was gonna line it up to where as you guys are leaving, if you're leaving, Oliver's like wrapping up, picking up his tokens.
What you got there, bud?
Just asking Tyr if what you guys were asking was gonna be helpful. It wasn't.
Can I?
I believe. So you can check me. You specifically asked if it would bring the people to justice.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, no. The answer to that question is what I said. I just when you said that the right way, I'm like, well, it was helpful. So maybe
What are you
I
picking up?
misunderstood.
Huh?
What are you picking up?
Well, I made these things.
Picking up what he put down.
I'm gonna cast Attack Magic real quick.
Okay.
I'm just casting it.
Okay.
Is there magic?
Do you want him to know?
Well, I mean, if it picks up the remnants
So-
of the cast
So
spell,
here's the thing. Detect magic normally doesn't work that way. For plot devices, I've given it. Since this is like player interaction, I don't want to like.
That's fine. So
So there's no
You-
spell currently in practice right now.
perfect. I'm like, okay. So you had these little tokens. You asked Tyr something.
So I said a little prayer. I found them in one of the books at the ladies' hall I've been reading.
You found these in a book.
Yeah, it's called Og something augury
Augury.
augury.
Next time you do this,
Yeah.
will you let me know?
Okay,
Was this a problem?
is this good? Am I not supposed to do this?
This is great.
I do this. It is perfectly safe.
Oh,
I
that's
want,
good.
I want to make sure.
I
I want to make sure the tokens work.
I asked the question. Would the questions help us bring the person to justice? And it was no.
I think.
Just correct.
Thank you, Roland.
And
I'm trying to figure
I mean,
out if he can actually
here
cast
is-
magic or not.
Is the deity of justice? So I mean, I figured he would know.
Well, can you do it again?
No, you only do it once every day. Bear's like, I know how magic
I
works.
don't think so. I can try. But
mean, you can ask if he can cast. Oh.
Can
How
you
did
do
it
it?
feel to cast these tokens?
well, it kind of felt like it was really cold.
Mm-hmm.
But there was one day it was like kind of like a nice little warm breeze when I was like, am I gonna see something cool on my walk? And I saw something pretty cool.
Okay.
That's why you're using fucking arguing. Oh, you my god.
Say it one more time.
What?
The thing that made him chuckle. Sorry, I missed it. I was inner monologuing.
If I was gonna see something cool on my walk one day, and I got like this warm feeling, and I did see something cool. Like it was neat. It was interesting.
Just the pettiness of like that's how he uses arguing.
Does casting these tokens feel any different than asking any other question?
It feels like I get a much more like an immediate response.
That's what mine is like.
That could be the neurochemical thing of your brain saying, "Oh, I learned a thing."
I don't have either of those things.
You do have.
Well, I've also been working on this other
to
one
lick you to fully identify.
Thank you, James.
called Sanctuary.
What?
Okay, I can do that. We can compare.
Okay.
Can you do that
I
now?
can't do that this moment.
I think so.
My detect magic is still up.
Come on.
Cast
If
it
you
on
want
me.
to go.
Okay. He'll
Sanctuary.
he'll kind of touch your hand and kind of grip his shield and say a little prayer under his breath and cast Sanctuary.
Beur throws up in his mouth a little.
You feel abjuration.
How long can
What
you?
does it look like?
It would just kind of be like, you ever see something in sunlight that kind of gets an odd kind of glow to it, a little halo shimmer?
Mhm.
That.
How long have you been able to do this?
Since yesterday.
And he doesn't remember how he, like, where he learned it.
No, you are. I can sense it on you. He has
Should I be a dick and say since you don't remember the 8 weeks you don't do?
Oh my
Well,
god!
No
What
progress on the feet.
I'm just fucking with you. I'm not
neuralizer?
I've been working on it for a while, but I don't remember. There's a gap. I was gonna talk to Rooney about it, but I hadn't had time to catch up with you yet on what we did in the Feywild again.
You want to do some light reading?
Yeah. Well, can you read to me?
You're gonna go back and
Sure.
about our nightmare in the Feywild.
But yeah,
And we all
and
die.
I've been watching Arlen a couple of times. I think I've got the one that helps people not die. The spare the dying.
I've done that to you before.
Oh, yes.
Well, why
want-
did you do it to
So
him?
I can't see if you're doing it on me.
He just, yeah. He's getting all petty. Like, well, you didn't give me credit. for using
Beur
it
is
on
getting
your
petty.
words. That's what I'm saying. Beur is just like,
No, you said
It's
Rooney.
okay, you learn faster
I said
from two
he.
people.
No.
That's probably how he got
He
it
who?
so quickly.
How did you get it so quickly? I'm sorry.
You learn faster from two people.
Waldo follows you out because I want to participate.
And I think I can.
This type of magic is instinctual anyway, so maybe he felt it on him while he was unconscious.
That is true. I did not get this from any books.
That's just incredible.
And I think I can
We got a little boy. He's growing.
impart health
That's amazing.
and vitality to you guys if you need it. So just let me know. I may be able to stitch up your wounds and help a little.
I think that tells us it's very important that you not go down again.
Well, I don't normally like going down. I just happen to be in the way of the big things from hitting you guys.
Yeah, normally
That's a
the
very
thing's going
clinical
down to me.
statement. Let's say. Now that you're useful law, don't go down.
Butters.
Well,
What are you doing?
I'm also saying that you can prevent
Shoot.
yourself.
Well, I'm gonna try. That's always a good goal. Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah, the person who's normally going down is me, and you're the one who's picking me.
That
Well,
I can also do.
Yeah.
Great. One more person to pick up.
It takes
Judd.
3 healers to keep this party alive.
To make a thing go right.
That is half of us.
Yes.
There is a world in which all of us have at least one thing to do to get us up. Your spitter. The healing salve actually can go with Adrian. You have a normal potion. You actually have spells. I have spells. They have spells.
nice. I'm glad you went with the most realistic thing of Russell just has a potion.
Yeah, well, he didn't
loves
have Goodberry.
Goodberry.
We never.
You're never gonna have a healing spell, man.
Yeah, yeah.
We could have had Goodberry pancakes and nothing.
You're right. Nothing.
Except for
We're gonna have Decker pancakes.
We go back to Strahd where you serve him.
You call it a double decker.
His name's Russell Lecter.
Serves up the double decker.
And just like in the bar, he spits it into your mouth.
He's feeding his little baby bird Beur.
So yeah, that's what I've been spending a good
Decker.
bit of my time at the ladies' hall doing is reading that stuff.
I am
And helping
just-
out and
in your reading, have you come across anything called the Outer Gate?
I mean, you can roll for it, but with your intelligence, there's no way in hell.
So why don't you just tell him no?
yeah, exactly. Well, they talk about gates that you pass through, but I don't know. I know.
Like the city, does the city have an outer gate? I've been through approximately one gate in the city.
Well, the word outer means going outer, and there are gates. So yes, there are many outer gates. There's the north outer.
I think this
Like
means
the wall.
something
You're
to
talking
do
about
with
wall.
Yeah, like a,
like different planes or something.
Who do you intend to ask about this?
Well, could ask Gregory.
is that?
Could ask Father Foriel.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I can ask.
I'm just so proud of you. You can cast magic. That is very exciting.
Well, I think I'm more just like a conduit.
You are casting that magic, Oliver. You.
Okay.
Did Russell see anybody take interest in the building or go in or out during this time?
Nope.
So the same 3 guards watching? Or 3 undercover folks watching?
Yeah.
Or they switch?
Want to try it again?
No.
You just touch it.
Are you sure about that?
Die and I'll bring in some kind of insane barbarian.
No, I need you to be alive for a second.
Well, you don't want to be the only possessed one they have left to use?
I think that would be interesting, but I also think that would go really good.
Yeah, you're right. It's going pretty bad.
Oh, and I can smell evil. Or good.
So that's not good.
Okay, that is quite useful.
Yeah. Because
That's
Oh.
quite useful. Never cast it around Russell.
Maybe don't ever make eye contact with me again. Arlen does not say that.
Arlen doesn't have eyes.
Don't ever look in my direction. You better have your back to me all the time.
I don't know how that affects the sense of smell, but okay.
what is it? A divine sense allows him to sense celestial
Fiends and undead.
beings and undead
Mm-hmm.
for 6 seconds. Within 60 feet.
Nice.
Is that divination that targets things that are that?
It's a magical feature.
Be like, hey, Arlen has to hang out with Russell again. Hide from that, but nope.
And then they have to hide.
I have another question.
Pull it from my brain.
So we're off next week.